Good evening, night, good morning, good afternoon, worldwide. This is City Hall where nobody can start. Pastor Ricky.
Blessings.
We're up and ready for them, brother. We're up and ready for them. Tonight, I worries, what kind of things are going on tonight? So, so tonight, I worries. Pastor Ricky, I play Andrew Wallace earlier and with the lies them when them start spew all over the place. We have to fact check them in a real time. The first fact check them. Now, me have Daryl Valls. He might go on for a big time. What I try to do, him say strategic in a way him do. Right? So him say the boss, them, the PNP are fight against the boss. Him say, when we go, say him not talk about no bad mind. I'm going to play them, I'm going to play them when I said them. Because we hold them in a real time, people. Him say when them go high, when PNP go low, them a go high. Remember, this is the same Daryl Valls. Him say it, Him say, I'm going to play it for you, Yes? This is the same Daryl Valls we want to go for the opposition leader, bird survey ticket, I run go for a bag of things and say, I run go in a peaker and say nothing no hide. And nothing can hide. This is the same Daryl Valls. And next thing we admit, Daryl Valls say, JLP have no rights in a third term, so I'm going to make it clear to them. But if him get elected again, him going to put in the bus in September because the PNP are fight it. Him say these things. Remember, this is the same party where they say the PNP can't win. Now, what them say? 3 term, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 term? Yes. This is the same party when Queenie say, not at all, under my dead body. Go England if you want to turn Prime Minister. This is the same party where Bushwater say, not under dead body, right? In the next one, I say PNP, we must not allow PNP to take over the place. And them talk some of that foolishness. Now, Daryl Valls, Pastor Ricky, he might do, reality check. But him come and do some things, people, we have to rub him out from now. Remember, phone the kids them. Where my talk no make no sense. And by the way, we have Anne-Marie Valls. Anne-Marie, Daryl, let me ask you something. Shall I get extra crazy upon you? Shall I cook up like acrobat in one of them videos? Like people, if you look at it, no, tell her to stop these things. The bag of dancing, the bag of stupidity, she will stop it. Right? She need to stop it. We have to deal with that case there right away. And then more I'll show you to Andrew Onis. Gone over Portmore. I stopped like them put in play now. Andrew Onis. I use taxpayers' money, you know much police, how much people might trouble with. For pint when I stop like brother and sisters. This is a goddamn it's a crazy move. Yeah? It's a crazy move. And some things what them I say them accomplish. Daryl Valls, I talk about one of these two. At spot. Them accomplish no, you could have paid so much money to these people. Daryl, me know you watch me. Andrew, when I watch this, you know monetary. But people could have paid you so much money. For you come tell people say at spot and achievements. The telecommunication thing will move for the people them have every phone no and them have everything, that's achievement. Not for putting at spot. People don't do that already. Yeah? And then they have some brethren who talk to me after they might tell me about the NIS. Nothing change. Nothing not change. And it's bad. So I hold you on that. So we're going to start the show. Enough more things are going on with you. We're going to start the show about Pastor Ricky. Your take.
Yeah. The one of them desperate. Good evening, Father Lonesome, Lady Angie, and the family. Good evening, Melting Pot and the family. Sir Lady Melting Pot. Good evening, everyone in the chat. God bless you all and your families. Father Lonesome, the truth is, the whole of them desperate. The writing is on the wall. Them know them are going to pack them back shortly. And we're going to see the back of that government. And broken Valls, them, Portland don't belong to them. So all the Blue Lagoon with them access to the beach and all them things over there. And the land where them buy back, we're going to seize them asset there and put back the money in the economy. So Right now, the Jamaica Labour Party is in a panic mode. All of them. The Prime Minister, Queenie, Big Mama, Broken Vase, them. The whole of them, Agintai, them all see the writing. Them days done. Them in them political last days as a government. And so now, them frantically throw everything, throw the sink at the kitchen wall for see what stick. PNP not bad mind them. Are we bringing J2US bus where them take credit for now?
Yes.
Are we bringing minimum wage where them are running on a brag say them raise minimum wage to 16,000, which is equivalent to 100 US. And according to the United Nations poverty line, $1.90 to $2.15 US is the poverty. So 100 US is equivalent right now to 16,000 Jamaica dollar. So everybody our minimum wage is living at the poverty level, worldwide poverty level. PNP can never be jealous or bad mind or envy against a party who thief our ideas and our institutions where we build and get them a benefit from, like NHT, where them take $11.4 billion a year from for the last 10 years. That's 114 billion. NIS, National Insurance, NHF, Banana Board, all of them contribution from taxpayers are PNP policies and implement these things. So now them running a little idea of getting school bus. Right now, the election is based on bread and butter issues, kitchen table issues. People are hungry. It no matter where them come with. Them just sound out of touch. Look on the KFC incident. People are hungry. 2 million people, the United Nations say, go to bed in Jamaica, including children. Hungry at night without a proper balanced nutritional. People now vote for no bus. People now vote for no road. People now vote for no water. People now vote for them kitchen table issues. Where the next meal will come from? All them are going to find money for pay them rent. All them are going to find money for buying food. And that people have voted for. And cost of living is out of reach. People are struggling. Omar Azan said it. Even businesses are struggling. So the JLP party does show Father Lonesome and everyone. They're out of touch. Them can't find a message. Chang Crab said it a few last year that the message is not resonated, and it's true. And the polls show that undecided is moving away from them because them have nothing to offer after almost a decade. So right now, I just panic, broken vase them up. Yeah, man, big respect.
All right, we could start right away. We don't see anything but Lagan yet, but we could start and go and beat and teach. We could make a fact check them here. And by the way, Darrell Valls, him say strategic in politics. And him have a chart. We're going to show the chart. Him can't drive back. We'll hold him with the chart. 100 bus. I go carry 328,000 students. If them win, him use the word if them win, which them not going to win. Impossible.
Exactly.
Impossible. Cannot happen. He might use it to make a, he might try to use it to make a political thing. What I people may not have better sense than that. Everyone can count 1 and 2. The calculation not right.
Yeah.
Him teacher where I teach him that time on me, tell him teacher don't know nothing at all. Yeah. It don't make it sinky. It's stupid. Remember start the show.
Trendsetter, I got a million from this place. Tell the boy, never come on. You know what I'm about, no one. Anyway, go some. I'm a big trendsetter, no one some run the place. Me no follow back, I'm me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, no one some set the place. Me no follow back, man. Yo. As a man says to me, you're an expansion man. Crew on, in the car, I'm gonna love from. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together and to compose song, the boy them sound like old bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and don't stand me ready. Tell them get a while, I'm full of a tank. Run a big trendsetter, no one from set the place. Me never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter, till when some set the place. Never love a come and yo, Bevin. To perform a stage show and up for them up the rest. Beat some juice and smoke too big at the fest. The crowd naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say. Yo, loads of natural what them a think. Man a vegetarian and me no smoke not drink. When me up on the mic how the moon starting. I have the iceberg on the Titanic sing. Man a big trendsetter, no one from set the place. Never love a come and come in a run rat race. Big trendsetter, no one from set the place. We never love a come and
Yeah, Pastor Ricky. Yeah, but so without further ado, make us show now what Val's say. You're not going to believe this, you know. You're not going to believe this. But more to listen keenly. The man has said, like the PNP go on and spread lies and propaganda and all kind of things. Val's, you know. And him knowing that when him go high, when PNP go low, him go high. You're not going to believe so Val's this. But go on listen.
I change up the vibe tonight. Because everybody think it's just one bad mind alone we can do. I am a man of God first and foremost. Never forget that. I am here tonight and I understand that the Prime Minister and leader is on his way with a motorcade that stretches miles.
With that motorcade that stretches my car, them are pay for moving, you know. That never got you.
So since I have to go to Portland when I leave here to open a night football competition, I am here early so I can get your attention because this is a time of serious choice and decision.
Well, it's serious.
Everybody
now.
knows that I am a proven political strategist.
People, say I use the Balanda better. Balanda. I'm going to play about that. I want to take note tonight. Him a watch way, so when I teach him, say, him a proven political strategist. Him say, he's a proven political strategist. I'm going to use the old boss. So put it to the pit, that's why I'm going to put 8. And put it on and say, well, the PNP want to stop, you know. Them no want to know, save the money. Them people, it can't work. We break it down in a maths, it can't work. 100 bucks to carry 300 and listen, the man's stupid here. Make we continue with him. He's a proven political strategist.
And over the last 13 years, the PNP has gradually lost ground and support in this constituency, while the JLP has consistently gained in numbers. I told the Prime Minister and your candidate, Adrian Peart, that I am not just bringing buses, Wi-Fi, electricity to Southeast St. Ann.
When Tim now been him a proven political strategist. Where am I been?
Philip Paul will already bring that Wi-Fi.
Wi-Fi people. Free Wi-Fi I'm talking.
I told the Prime Minister and your candidate, Adrian Peart, that I am not just bringing buses, Wi-Fi, electricity to Southeast St. Ann.
Electricity. The people have light already, man. You hear this?
I'm coming to bring some truth and some facts to you here tonight.
What a female.
In 2011, the PNP won this seat by 2,697 votes. In 2011, by 4,245. The people overwhelmingly gave their support to one party, but the investment in the people from the party has been non-existent. Everything gets sweeter for them, but things remain bitter for the people in Southeast St. Ann. In 2020, the PNP won the seat by 31 votes. By the skin of their teeth. But more importantly, But more importantly, the JLP was able to get more than 5,000 votes in this constituency.
Okay.
Something that was very difficult. Therefore, what I want to say tonight is that I am here to support Adrian Peart. He comes from a very strong political family in Manchester. He comes from a family that is well respected and has served the people of Manchester well. But he has decided to take another course. He has decided to move away from that dynasty and to support the Jamaica Labour Party. And that is very telling, because when you come from that type of political dynasty,
yes,
that must be a very difficult decision for you to make. But I want to say to him that I have utmost respect for him, because too many people in politics today that are going into politics only want a safe seat. If they don't get a safe seat, they don't want to run. That means they don't have the commitment to spend the time, to invest the time, to win the love of the people. And I want to say to Adrian Peart tonight, I respect you immensely as a youngster who has taken that decision.
Well, listen up, listen good.
When I went to West Portland, it was 18 years consecutive of PNP. And I was asked to go there, and I went there. And the rest is history. Because as everybody knows, that West Portland and East Portland, you can tick it off from now. No guy can test that.
Una West Portland can't see them that will by you know. Tick off what? East gone, you know. And West gone too.
I want to speak tonight because we have done a lot as a government, and we must campaign.
Yeah, when them start upon people, this is where facts set them. Them done a lot. A lot. Hear this.
On our performance. What I like about what I've heard tonight is we are speaking about our performance and our message. When you listen to the other side, it's pure cascas, personal attacks, and downright nasty gutter politics.
So people, let me stop him there, sir. Hold on there. Let me stop him there, sir, now. Pastor Vicky. So these are the same guy will come up with the market business and run go feet and say no hide. These are the same nasty people, you know. Will come up and talk about slavery and thing when you look at Bush, a Queenie, great grandpapa.
Yeah.
Him a slave master. Yeah. Him by slave. Real slave master. You know, go around the corner, them name Warmington. Them live a St. Catherine at them. Them. Val's a slave master too. We have the paper. A slave master in a Jamaica. Val's them. Slave master. So them certain them not find nothing about no golden. So them trying to dig go around. Remember a base scandal and base sitting them going with, you know.
Yeah.
And them see the PNP now. And this the PNP do. Nasty attack. Remember them do nasty attack, you know.
Yeah.
See? We know nobody can play them game. You have to clamor them. Clamor them because them not good. When them a get beaten at them own the dirty game, then them are ball out. Don't ease up. Gas the press straight. Okay? Gas the press straight. All right. Them are ungrateful talking
and our performance and our message. When you listen to the other side, it's pure cascas, personal attacks, and downright nasty gutter politics. We must stay. When they go low, we must continue to go high. The
people out about that come out. Well on.
Send them outside.
A female this come out.
Can't
When
believe
they go low, we must go high.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, eh? You hear this too. Continue.
Because we have all the track record to perform on.
Track record.
As a government,
Criminal record them up.
we have installed Wi-Fi across all 63 constituencies.
Hold on. Hold on. Let me stop this. Let me stop.
Yeah, man.
People, I really accomplishment this the man them are going and read out.
No.
Them say them have, that's why I want to put out the whole 250 over 250. Them hear me and them I put it out. Me come on, rub them out, you know. Oh, Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi for me, your accomplishment when we are pay you how much. As a minister, I get more than 19 million a year. Plus other things you add on to it. Eh? So you tell me, so no, free Wi-Fi. But you just set the Wi-Fi and I like everybody want to use Wi-Fi because nobody know them phone. This are them achievement. When the whole telephone system that the first place at the PNP.
Exactly.
The monopoly. So, and the PNP never boast about nothing like this. Come here, Andrew said, that no, back in the days, they never run from performance, but we are run from performance. These are not performance, brother. When government forget up and do these things, the road, the water, them people are sick on them, you know. So this, they keep them in for putting a Wi-Fi. Remember, look here, brother, me have Wi-Fi. Me have Wi-Fi, me pay for my Wi-Fi. Me have Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
We don't have Wi-Fi when I watch this. So we need them Wi-Fi. Our taxpayers' money anyway. So we put them there to put free Wi-Fi in our town centers. And that's a performance. When an ambulance, now I'll show you the man wife to the ambulance tonight.
Yeah.
That's a performance to them.
But Father Lonesome,
Yes.
he's been very disingenuous
Yes.
and deceitful.
Yes.
First of all, the Prime Minister is wasting taxpayers' resources by driving with a column of JCF police and them now pay them overtime pay.
Yes.
So the Prime Minister need to cut that out. He might try to present himself as a strong man when he is a coward and have no backbone, no spine. Secondly, free Wi-Fi what them are talk about. Them are try to bring in free Wi-Fi for block a lot of URL so people can stream programs like these that's educating them and open up their knowledge and insight. So don't sign up for no government free Wi-Fi. Them are gonna control what you watch on social media or what you do on social media. Number two. Number three, the only strategist he is a vote buying strategist. Him is the king for buying votes. Because if the people they truly believe in this criminal who go to Mexico in 2019 and get back kickback money for the Blue Lagoon
the hotel thing.
Yeah, where them MD Valley and sell. I'm gonna get kickback. That's the US government track them and block him and tag him for money laundering and take away him visa. And ask him why his visa was taken away in 2019 by the US State Department. Ask him why the US government gave him a visa in 2022 for 1 year as a waiver, special kind of waiver visa, and the nominal number that starts with 212A symbolizes those type of visas are issued to illicit drug traffickers and money launderers. This man is no strategist. He's fully dunce, incompetent, and he's a criminal. And this man should be one of the first person prosecuted after the forensic audit. Him same own Portland, him not own a Portland. The money, dirty money where them use and buy up the land them and the place them in a Portland, that will be under scrutiny in the next government. So the only strategy him have is for steal votes. In the local government election, if he was a strategist, he wouldn't have to ask the polling station to stay open till 9 p.m. when I'm supposed to close at 5 p.m. I saw them votes. This man is a criminal, should be prosecuted. Him is fully done like the mayor of Portland. The whole of them not have no education. Him wife even worse. She can't even speak in the parliament because she got embarrassed herself. Both broken vases are history. Them time come, them time done. And we know that and them know that. Over to you.
Let me continue again. Let me continue. Hear it.
Including Southeast St. Anne. This was done at Claremont Library, Monique Library in Golden Grove, with others to come. But I want to talk a little about my project that I take so seriously.
My project, people. So him feels that in him head, he might use the old bus and win an election. The old bus can't work.
People hungry.
That's not add up him stupid. Never show it, you know. Wanna listen, People who are watching now, go and tell Val, brother, you have thousands of buses to move them amount of people there in the morning. And then back in the evening, not 100 buses. It can't work. It cannot. Continue.
And that is the rural school bus system. We are allocating more buses to St. Anne than any other parish.
It is.
Under phase 1, we have 10 buses coming to St. Anne to serve 29 schools.
All right, let me stop him there, some people. Most of them schools have been more than 1,000 children, right? If me put 1,000 children, work it out, I put 1,005, right? At 20, remember, you know, you have 29 school times 1,000. How much you get? 29,000. You get half of 29,000, you get a 14,500. Yeah? More than the 29, 43,500 that. Now, if you have 10 bus, and you even put it, because remember, you know, them carry people back and forth, right? Which part of the school them there, Ricky? That's in a sentence, let me work it out for now. Yeah? 43,000 students, them a move. You have to tell me, say 10 bus now. 10 bus I carry 300. I say 480 passenger. Put it up 48 for one. 480 passenger. Figure. I might have to come back empty. I can't give him 60 to 1. So by him go and come back school car already, you know.
Yeah.
So if you make a next trip school car already, it can carry 43,000 passenger.
No,
Schoolers.
not even close to.
It cannot. So when we just work it out, free man tell them 10 bus can't do it long this.
Plus students are going late with the second trip car, rush hour.
Them are late. The whole of them are late.
Yeah.
See? I have put in the traffic and put in everything to, you know. Where I say it just cannot work, people.
Father Lonesome, I want to know who's going to get the $50 per student. Where is that money going? Is it going to his pocket or the ministry of education pocket?
Brother, let me tell you the bigger thing what we are telling the people. We never watch the money. It cannot work.
Right.
The $50 not even a problem, you know. Oh, you can use 100 bus carry 300. That's the problem of to tell the people them.
Right.
They ask, oh, you move. Remember, you know, it have a minimum, a maximum, 48 seat. So remember, you know, most of the time when you go, you come back empty. Me can give him 60 kids for the round trip. Now 100 bus, at Mr. 30 go and 30 come 60, is 6,000 for the round trip. That'll take you more than maybe an hour. If you go drop them off and do and come back. Remember school, if you start from 6 o'clock, by 7 o'clock that, where you do by next trick like 8. It don't make better. No bus to make 60 trip by itself. None. It cannot work. I'm not talking about the money, brother. It can't work. 100 bus cannot do this. The man is stupid. You understand me, I said, Pastor Ricky?
But
remember, if 48 will on a bus and you have 100, it's 4,800 passengers that's in a brother. When them take up one time for a drop off, how it work, brother? At 300 and 1,000, we don't not talk about the money and nothing. It can't make the amount of trip them night and a whole bus them are about now. No bus in a Jamaica can't make no 10 trip and like back and forth 10, 20 trip. None. None. You understand?
Right.
None can do it. When I'm talking, no make no sense, my brother.
Right. It's not a strategy. It's not a strategy. This. Him never think this plan through Or what him should I do is wait till the new school year start and get enough bus from January coming down to September. But them not gonna be in the office by September when school open anyhow.
And where am I doing foolishness here?
Yeah, foolish.
Man, the bus driver, but me I tell you by that alone, me I tell you me can't work. Continue.
Despite the utterances against the rural school bus system,
See there? He might tell the people some things them can buckle now. And come say, despite the utterances against it. So I tell the people, we want to save you money, can't work. It not permit them to carry that amount of people limited.
Right.
We might talk to foolishness.
And where am I gonna find the drivers then? Because anybody can drive these buses.
No, all right.
Be trained with a
You're right.
special
So
license.
I ask that, but me gonna tell him say the amount of school. Remember, you know, and I like him come and say to carry 3,000 kids. Then we could have said, could I carry 3,000 kids, but where you gonna find the driver or you gonna charge them this? You have said that I carry 328,000 kids. He might lick him head.
That means him put the safety of the children them over rushing for an election ploy. You see
Yes,
that?
but again, there is no way 100 bus can carry that amount of people.
Right.
You know, them kind of, it can't, the maths can't.
It maths wrong like the mayor.
The maths can. So that's why I'm not going at the money and them things because I tell them say maths wrong. If you come back.
by former Minister and General Secretary Colin Campbell, Michael Phillips, Mark Golding, Damian Crawford, and others. The rural school bus system is a reality, and the first shipment of buses arrived last night. But we know that the opposition does not support the initiative, and they are against it.
Yes.
Because whenever the Prime Minister announces a date for Jamaicans to make this very important decision, you must be very aware of what and who you will choose. A government that will continue to invest in Jamaica and develop Jamaica, or a political party that is just power hungry and self-serving. The third term
is
not a right.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a right. That
I'm
means
continue. You know what I'm saying? But you know what I say again, listen now.
To make that clear, everybody talking about third term. A third term is not a right of the Jamaica Labour Party or for the Jamaica Labour Party. A third term is to continue to get the buy-in of the people so we can continue the programs and policies. And we must campaign on our achievements and not the ray and the rah-rah. So as long as the PNP continue to bash the school buses, and we have heard all three spokespersons on transport, as I said before, all of them put together still can't come up with one plan.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Or with one credible reason for not supporting this policy, because they don't care about the people of Southeast St. Ann. They don't care.
Try use the bus to turn it in a political kind of strategist. It cannot work. The 100 bus can't carry 300,000 kids. Go to school in an hour. It's impossible. If them have 48 seat of people, times 100 is 4,800. And by the time in a traffic where you go and come back again, if you make that's a one trip. And if you go again, it will carry less than 1,000, brother.
Yeah.
And sisters, it don't make no sense.
Yeah.
It cannot carry 300,000. It's stupid. Yes.
Yeah, in being deceitful, because during the budget debate in March, Common Leader Mark Golden proposed the EASE program. And the EASE program is to carry children, transport them in rural areas to a bus system to school. So what the People's National Party did was look into this plan of his and see the logics in it, that it didn't make sense. And the People's National Party identify the errors or the flaws in this plan that, like you said, 100 bus cannot transport the population of the student in the country. That them are gonna need way more than that.
The population when tell us.
Right, the population when tell us. Right. So the People's National Party is logically thinking strategically, which he's not doing. And that's what they're pointing out. But them ignorance won't allow him to see that he might make a huge mistake and he might rush this thing instead of take some time for plan it out and execute it after him plan it out. Yes. But because the election is around the corner, him think this is going to help them win votes. When wrong, big time. Yes.
But you see, when I do, I'm going to have the Pnp Val Wint coming on in a few years, but I'm going to play on this. Yes, man.
Care about the people of rural communities. They don't care about the people of Jamaica. And that is the difference between us and them.
Hear this. They don't care about the people in the rural community. I saw a man come to the road and give them land and give them everything.
Him never there parliament when camera leader share him vision for rural transportation for the school.
They can go and talk. Continue.
The things that the PNP offers to rural Jamaica is always how they come up and how they view rural communities. They want to use bolo work and a transport model and call it a rural school bus system. Waste your tax dollars and have nothing to sustain a plan. In 2019, the man that ran against Action and in Portland came to Portland with a plan to give away goats. And he was rejected. And I was surprised when I was in Trelawney a few weeks ago and hear the candidate against Marissa Dalrymple advertising that he's going to give the youth goats.
I want about farming, you know. In the decent, remember them give black tank, them give chicken, them give everything, and them, you know. And hear him now. Hear ya now.
To make something clear, I have no issues with farming. I have no issues with agriculture.
But him have an issue. You say food, look here.
My wife is from a family of farmers. So I support farmers, both in my constituency and elsewhere. But not because you're a youth from rural Jamaica, it means that the only thing you should give them is a goat.
So the man tell the younger thing, he might give them a goat. He might talk about farmers. You them whether than even with the school thing and that good. You can't do anything. So when you have a goat, tell me something. When you have a goat or you have a cow, it tie you down that you have to sit down and watch the goat and the cow?
No.
That guy is not sick. Eh? Continue. And the same thing that's how you have a goat.
Them a give a chicken.
Them a give a chicken. Them a give a chicken enough.
Yeah.
Continue.
They, like everybody else, have aspirations. And what we must give them is good education and give them the opportunity to decide what role and what path they want to take and stop telling them that the only thing they can do is to farm and raise goats.
You hear this? But the people that give a black tank, I give all kind of things with chicken enough.
And chicken feed.
No, I'm not hypocritical like them guy. Eh? Continue.
And them give a fertilizer too.
Thank you. Them sell it too.
This government is a government that will give them a chance.
Hear this.
Sound man, me not hear play.
All we need is just
We're not play that.
Today, because I don't come here for the railway. We are now get set. We pass on your marks. We are get set. The next thing is go. So we must make sure that we are performing and telling the people of our performance and what our commitments are going forward.
What our commitment at 2 times we do? We don't mash up the place. People tired of no. So they want to come out and tell we lie. Like them a campaign like them in the opposition. They fully continue.
The rural school bus system The first phase will have 100 school buses.
You know, say, before I talk about the school bus, let me show you I'm hypocritical people. Him just talk about the farming. I mean, you know, me like them with this and chicken.
But the first phase was one, the first phase was one bus. The second phase, he must step it up to 100.
I want to show them something. School bus. School bus. School bus. I want to show them something right now. So him said them, all right, it's a feeding, shaggy feeding. Once a feeding, all right. So him does a tell about school bus, right? Chicken, right? Them I give it. Me come back. I'm right. I look on the finger them now, people. But him want to give a goat. Look what people I get from him vase and him wife.
Exactly.
Them too hypocritical.
Yeah.
Them attack say. I want that people. So somebody give a goat. Them a give a chicken where easier for dead. Them give a chicken and give a little feed with it. But him same one I tell about him now do this, him a give education, but what is them a do?
Exactly.
You can't say hypocritical, him a idiot. People want to run them way.
Yeah.
Run them away. What is? Them a give a chicken. Them themselves and wife this.
Exactly.
You are talking about the man who give a goat and people about goat and you give them medication. Right? Look how much of them never passed in last year. Eh? But I pay some food to him talk, you know.
78% fail.
What is?
Where Rada Hospital and
Okay.
here. We have a boat here where we are giving out fertilizer and chicken feed to our farm.
I'm give a chicken people.
Chicken fertilizer and feeding.
Pnp, condemn pat more.
Right.
If say I give some people in a film you get the youth them some good them race. Farming. But him just condemn it and look what them a do in a them constituency.
But Father Lonesome, the sale of a goat costs way more than the sale of one chicken. You know?
Of course, one goat turning a millionaire in a space and a time.
Exactly. So he said I'm illiterate.
Yes. Now you tell me now, if you can listen to Darrell Vaz when them talk, these are crazy people. You have chicken agiwe. You have chicken agiwe with all kind of things they agiwe. But him just talk, see that, let me just go back to it. See that? Chicken agiwe, look here. Look here. She and your wife, she wanna give it there. Them a call her dancing, me not call her no dancing, nothing, you know. Now play that, now call her, you soon hear what I play it, man, you soon hear it.
Across all 14 parishes.
Yeah, there.
That will serve 258 schools.
Remember, go back to the goat.
Farming and telling the people of our performance and what our commitments are going forward. The rural school bus system. The first phase will have 100 school buses.
Yes.
Across all 14 parishes.
That
will serve 258 schools out of a total of 850 schools.
You hear how much school people? And him have 100, just better, if him dunks one more time, dunks today. If the man dunks, brother, listen. Hey, remember move him 1 minute. Hey, people, want to talk to the people, you know. Want to talk to the people. Yes, a fire chef. Fire chef talk to the one of them over Portland and everything there. Wanna talk to the family member. When you need create, hey, the one I wanna talk to the family member, you know. If Darrell Vaz and his wife don't want more time. But anyway, and the guy over there, them teacher, you know, and them professor, you know, them Mia. Them Mia. Lady Lions, talk to him. If you want to tell me, listen to the man mouth. We and more you listen this. Yeah? We and vibes, listen this. The man I say, he have 200 at school. He might tell us that 300 and him top it up more because him say it for the next one. 300 and him has 324 per one. But him top it up 328,000. If a bus, just do the simple maths to me. When I record the maths to me. If a bus has 48 seats.
Yeah. 14 on
you have 100 bus.
for 14 parish. That's 1400 bus times 48 is 67,200.
Not 1400 bus. 100 bus.
Right.
So 100 bus times 48 is 4,800. 100 bus, you know. You understand? That means 10 bus. If a 48 now bus times 10 is 480. And if you put 10 more time, make a 100 bus, 4,800. We count numbers, so we move fast. Okay? That's what the bus, 100 bus that carry. Now we give him 60 for a round trip past Ricky. 60, like, we just say average of 30 go and 30 come where, you know, you drop off and you carry some, you carry down some there. So. See? Look how much school kids. So this not crazy. Oh, you carry 3 on one trip. One trip with 100 bus, Uncle can move 4,800 at one time. Some of the bus smaller. So some of the bus come down, we see them smaller. They might have less seat. So it can't carry so much one time. See? So he might carry them and I push them and I tell you, say, 29, I'm going to show you, hey, I'm going to work it out. It's 4,800. So if you make a trip, put in the stoplight, put in the traffic, car peak hours, put in everything. Oh, this I move. Number one, no bus. So each bus have to make over 60. 60, how much I tell you? 60 trip? No bus make 60 trip. 50 trip, round trip. So 100 at a time. No bus. Impossible. You don't reach late. That bus will take you half an hour to an hour to reach. If it carry you to school, it carry you can't enough bus today. Brother, how it carry the people then? It no one nobody. One trip alone. If you make one trip and then come back and make a next, so you don't come back empty. And make a next trip. You double 4,800 where you get. 9,600 and 10,000. School is a call by then. No bus, remember a round trip that you know. One trip, you go, a gas it I use. Drive, come back, gas again. Load up again, go, remember, you know. Nobody now send out and pick the 3 o'clock for go stand up on a school gate when school lock. And go and shut my car bus. Now work. So at least they might have come out 6 o'clock in the morning. All the one of them you to reach school and reach one time. 100 bus cannot transport them.
Right. Exactly.
It cannot.
Exactly.
It's
they might rush it.
Yeah? It's stupid. But they might challenge the Pnp now. And I say the Pnp are fighting. So what am I do now? Put the bus them. I say I'm put 9 1 years or 10 years so. But the 10 where you put you have 29 school. I mean say even if you put 1,000 at a school, 1,000 odd. If you put 1,000 at a school, Pastor Ricky, at 29,000 children that.
Yeah.
Oh, 10 bus, 480 at a time if a 10 bus in a one parish. Oh, we take a move 29,000 kid carry them at school. Eh?
Them are going late.
But him a bun taxi. By the way, taxi man him a bun on too. Now
Yeah, them are box the food out of the taxi.
Bus man. Now I'm going to hear it on myself. That's why I say them for vote them out. Him chat till him and chat himself. Can when I use it, you know? Him say I use it to attack PNP. It cannot work. He might show me, him give me a time, then put up a timetable where I might show you how much school, yeah, how much school and how much bus. It make it worse because you have an idea. It cannot work. Them desperate, yes, but them figure not right. Now, brother, check up your thing now. The 100 bus carry, look no, 100 bus, 4,000 other than 29. In a center alone, where you put 10 bus. This is a 29 school. In a center alone, one more than the 10 bus. 10 bus on go move 4,800 at a time. And 400 at a time. 10 bus. 408 at a time. 10 bus, not 100. 100 bus that move 4,800. So it want more than 10 bus for move in a sentence by itself, brother. Just hear me I tell you, where you say it's impossible, brother, it cannot work. You must have a crash here. So
some kids, some pitney are gonna get left behind and the bus not gonna carry.
It can't carry 29. Me just quote them at 1,000. Me drop off everybody else now, because some school might have 1,000 and that much. Me just say we only have at 1,000 and a 29, 1,000 at 29, 29,000. 10 bus we carry 400, like 48 seater, 480 passenger. It can move 29,000. It can't wait. It cannot.
It might rush this thing.
He make it wait. Where you have to wake up 12 o'clock at night?
Yeah. He never plan it good. He never plan it good.
He might eat that. Me I tell him say it can't work 100 bus. It cannot work.
If it's not a strategist.
You can't tell them stand the car in a bus and can't pick the stand. You can't ram it and put up. And an old bus again for turn over and kill our people. Then Elijah, you don't want to put it, you pick them in the old bus, you stand up and kill them off. With man a drive on the left hand side. The man, they can't listen. But we are talk, brother. Your calculation not right. My crunch numbers, it's not right, brother. Just think what you say. Me I look on the school and the population of the school. And what happened to you, brother? The man's sick. But the man rush Pnp with it, you know, because what he want to do, it turn a political debate. And in 2 years, because Pnp fight 100 bus. Center alone that one more than 100 bus. If you have 29,000 kids who go to school, right? 29,000. And you have 100 bus, it only can move. So remember, you know, some of them small too, you know. So it have less than 30 seats. Maybe some of them have 20 seats or something. You'd have just put it at like 30 then. But me I give 48. It only can move 4,800, 100 bus. If you go let have and by your command and you get a next set again and they line up, it not gonna work, brother. They might go late. And that can make so much trip in the man and then come back for make so much trip.
And some pitney are gonna left behind. I'm not gonna
100 bus alone, sometimes that need more than that. In a real life, you have school, you have 10 bus, one school. You know, still like you can go drop them both a bus stop and then them walk and think that is foolishness, brother. Stop, make yourself look like jackass. Darrell Vaz, just listen to me. Go do the math. I want to tell you if you run out. This will make you a political strategist.
No, that's political dummy. Political idiot.
What's my idiot? I'm continuing. It can't work.
That will serve 324,000 students out of a total of 650,000 students.
Yes.
I am committing here tonight.
Committed.
On behalf of the government.
Hear this now, if we
that this is just phase one.
Hear this.
And if given the opportunity to continue, that in 2 years.
And if given the, so you see where I'm doing now, him start getting a reality, you know, but him still that foolishness.
Because them internal poll numbers are sure them a lose.
Eh?
Them a lose.
Him know, him say if give him the, him not talk. That's a part of it, giving me opportunity. Him know better than that way to say.
Out of a total of 850 schools. That will serve 324,000 students.
False.
Out of a total of 650,000 students. I am committing here tonight on behalf of the government.
Hear this.
That this is just phase one. And if given the opportunity to continue, that in 2 years, we will have the 850 schools, 650,000 students served by a dedicated school bus system at a subsidized price.
So yeah, where more you get the people them now? Cause I'm fool, you know. I'm fool. You have to carry thousands of bus to do this. Me not asking. Me not asking. Yeah, thousands of us. Not them alone, thousands. If you go do this, car school bus. Right? All right. So hear this now. Himself given the opportunity. And him tell them, say, yo, we not guarantee about no 3 term, you know that.
If
so them attack, look more, you know. Yes, the people are saying all kind of things to me and I'm soon play them. You understand? So if him get the opportunity, he may come do what him say him do. Right? Him not get the opportunity because it's a foolishness. It's what to kill out people. Nobody know that. Here I'm going to burn the taxi man and the busman and taxi man. More want to listen to 2 more guy. It's a viper. He might fling on under the bus now, under one bus. Hear this.
Similar to what we do in Kingston.
Hear this.
What does that mean? What does that mean?
He might attack the PNP to know and talk about the money he might talk about, you know. So I say, I save you the parents' money and PNP a fight. Hear this.
We will charge $50 per trip.
Hear this.
100 Jamaican dollars per day per student.
When I reach at the money yet, man, they can't, brother, you have to have bus and them. We never want to talk about the money because we are talking about. And this is why I use and trick the parents them. It can't work. It cannot continue.
Parents are paying between $300 and $600 a day for one student.
Which parents are paying $600 a day in a way? I want $150 for a child in a country. I don't think of so much. Maybe 100, right? So them pay $600 a day for student. Where them go? Then go up on tour.
And can't send the other ones to school because they don't have the money to do it.
You never hear that. So them going to send one at school, the parents them. You want to bond them and them now. Hear this.
So, you tell me.
Hear this now.
After decades since independence.
Brother, the man him confused. Brother, a 2 cent, you know, sir, 2 cent, we in America time, a 2 cent per bus, brother. 2 cent. Since independent, about what? I'm a JS bus when we have seat, I'm a good.
But Father Lord, after 9 years in government, right?
Yes.
People were burdened, according to him, paying so much money for taxi fare for children. Yes. And 9 years them sit down there and know this and never do nothing to ease the burden. He had the opportunity to negotiate with the taxi man them and him failed. Him never deal with the taxi man them officially. Now he must say them are gonna make it easier for parents, but for 9 straight years, them never do nothing to help the parents. So this is just them a box food out of the taxi man them mouth. You know, them a take out the taxi man them service. And now the taxi man them must rise up and vote out this government because him show him on. I mean, we all would love to see school buses because in the first world country, every community have a school bus system. Every school system have a school bus system. But he's rushing this.
This is not a school bus system, brother.
And them not ready. Jamaica not quite ready. Them have an idea, but they need to think it through thoroughly.
I'm here, brother. I think the idea my thief, Shaka Fame.
Right. I
remember last month him started this now, April, you know. We are getting on school bus and run go feet because him say my strategies. So now if him have idea, in that plan, in that notes, this way, I foolishness, brother.
Because I don't feel idea, I'm not know for implement it.
No. And school bus, I know where you charge, pan, brother.
Right, exactly.
Yes, so, and I think that school bus system, this. Yes. It's a bus business where you take paper.
And many JUCT.
Yeah, continue.
I am a rural MP. I know what my students have to go through.
People, that means I'm about the whole of the taxi man them, the whole of the bus man them know because him there so. Him forgot that taxi and bus man are vote same way. You know. Hear this.
Every day to get to school. And when they get to school, they're in no mindset to be able to do schoolwork because they have been abused. Because all they hear is no schoolers, no schoolers. And when they do take them throw them in the back of the van or the back of the vaccine.
People stop saying our school a long time, brother. You don't even know. People stop saying our school. Oh, you say them throw them and put them in a lap. People, hey, I'm telling you. People stop saying our school.
Or make them sit down on some man lap.
Yeah, there.
It is a disgrace.
And
But
tonight,
hear the worst part.
Yes, him about them now.
After the PNP has bad mind over policy.
So you say not about no bad mind. Him say them bad mind in policy where is a failure. Eh? Policy, this was no policy, brother. You come with it and talk about it because you don't have no brain.
Finally, on Thursday, the spokesperson on education come out publicly and say that the school bus system that I am putting in on behalf of this government can't work. And what the PNP is proposing is to abandon it if they are elected.
Yeah, politics in a play. If they are elected, you abandon it. This can't work.
They are committing 20,000 students a week to give them $2,500 as a subsidy to go to school.
It's better.
Now you tell me, if you have a dedicated school system, school bus system, that is going to transport 328,000 people
328
at a cost of $1.4 billion a year for the bus, for the parts, for the driver, for the service, for the technology. And these people are going to tell you that for the same 1.4 billion.
Brother, you know, say my idiot. When I talk a foolish, let me show you a map when I put up on the school. And I could just finish rubbing out. So when I use it for the no, brother, I say I talk PNP, right? When I do a garbage here, garbage, it can't work. We have to, them, you know the numbers, man, on the seat, brother. It can't work, so brother. See that? Let me move this. Look at these people. Make a fling up this pan board. See the bus them and the school and the people. So just look on the amount of seat. If you ever put it big up, right? And over 8 bus, 12 school.
Not enough. Not
so
enough.
So we can ever put it at 12,000. All right. Drop the school and put it at 10,000. 8 bus at 300 and add that I carry now, you know. See? Just put a 48. If you go and drop off. Or you carry even just say 10,000 people then, 10,000 kids in a Hanover. Or you carry them there, brother. What trip the bus them are gonna make?
8 times 48 is 384.
So I miss 10,000, you know, see but that, you know, see it last.
Yeah.
You know, so much trip that. Eh? But the man I put out there, it don't work. One bus carry and them are all bus. Can't make so much trip. Look at now. St. James have 8 bus, 17 school. School there all over the place, you know. Oh, this work. With thousands of kids. Remember, you know, at 300,000 kids they are moving, you know, with 100 bus, you know. Oh, that will work.
Not enough.
It cannot work. Yeah? Trilani, 5 bus, 22 schools.
Not enough. It's not enough.
Just up on the passenger seat now. And the hills and terrain now. See?
And Father wants up, them can't have children that stand up in a bus, you know. That's a safety hazard. That's a safety hazard.
Yeah, you can't stand up in a them bus.
Right, them have to sit down and be seated.
Yes. See? So this where I put out really. Me I tell him, so just check the seat now, Darrell. If somebody can do the maths with you and check the seat. You don't know so foolish you're talking about. You don't know. Make us just carry in Wint. Yeah? One of the Pnp candidates, you know. Maybe just talk to him. Mr. Wint.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening.
Blessings.
Wayne, how are you?
I am good, I am good. How are you doing?
Yes.
How are you doing?
Oh, I am doing well, you know, man. I'm right here in my cool Northeast Manchester constituency.
Yes.
One we are happy that the people have finally decided that it is time for the PNP to take the reins.
Yes.
You know, it's a time when, boy, you know, we have seen so much excitement. And, you know, I tell you, the Jamaica Labour Party, they're running up all over the place to see if they could find a candidate, but they finally did. So I guess they're in their honeymoon stage now. They're having a meeting up at Homewood. But, you know,
you don't get a candidate yet in your constituency.
they found one. They found an opponent. They eventually found an opponent.
Audrey Marks.
Audrey Marks, that's correct.
And as she came in, she started with the by vote, with the black tank. You can't give me a number.
Just like that, you know. We will not be perturbed by such acts, really. You know, the People's National Party condemn and reject this kind of behavior. You see, in this day and age, politicians ought to recognize that people are not for sale. And certainly in Northeast Manchester, we are not for sale. You know, we do understand that we are living in a constituency that is plagued by droughts, and we have a very, very poor water system here. So certainly, a gift of black tanks would be a very good thing for our people here. But you can't be coming out to say passing Christine Pitney Foss. And the black drums that you plan to give, you're giving it to your own party workers seeking to get loyalty. That's wrong. It's a blow below the belt. And we will not sit back and allow anyone to come in here to see if you can, you know, bribe our people to be loyal to you. We don't accept that. And we think it's, you know, think it's a weak method that you're using. You're coming too low, man. You know, I must remind the public that in 2024, there was an initiative where 10,000 black tanks were to be given across the country. Yes. We were experiencing severe drought at the time, and each constituency would have been receiving approximately 150 of these black drums. It so happened that I recognized that Northwest Manchester had their distributed, and several other constituencies. Northeast Manchester, for some reason, have not received theirs as yet. At least there's no distribution that I know of as yet. So it seemed to me quite strange that all of a sudden, there is now a gift of 50 per division to be given to JLP workers. Seemed quite strange, but you know, let us see how that goes now.
So let us see how that goes. The by vote up, it turn up now. By vote turn up.
Turn up.
All right, look at us, roll back a bit and make we introduce it, because we have a lot of people in the diaspora around your son and everything. So more you introduce yourself proper to the diaspora and everybody, because we are cheering on, you know. We have to change Jamaica, we have to send some people to prison. But, you know, give the people them a rundown, a background, and you know, please and thanks.
All right. I'm a Manchesterian by birth. I grew up in Mandeville. I spent some time in St. Elizabeth also, where I attended St. Elizabeth Technical High School. I have been in the Northeast Manchester side of Manchester for approximately 40 years doing business. I started out in supermarket business. We had a few branches here, and eventually I moved into development. Started development, you know, I started cutting up properties there and selling so persons could get place to build their houses. I also went into the cambio and remittance business for a while. So during this period, you know, we employed quite a bit of persons here. On properties that I had, that I never put to any proper use in terms of, you know, having those developed, I allowed farmers to use them. At one stage, I had over 150 farmers using the property. Tenant farmers, but they wouldn't pay much. Each year, they would give a little from their produce, and I would put that together, and I would take it in to give to a church or any other organization that is helping, you know, the poorer people to get food. I have found, you know, that I have been well received by the people of Northeast Manchester over these years. I worked with a couple of civic organizations, including the Red Cross. I became a member of the Spalding's Christiana era group, from which I moved up to serve the Central Committee. And then I was vice president for the island at one particular point. Just at the point where I was president-elect, I was invited into politics. At that particular point, I started my political sojourn. I was campaign manager for Richard Azan, and then I eventually, went into Sentan. I was invited to Sentan, where I spent a little time. Then I was told that they could not find a candidate to challenge Audley Shaw, who was then the Minister of Finance, the bad, bold Audley Shaw. So I decided that, that's where I live. I spoke to the party and said, I can't allow that seat to go uncontested. So I am going to go up and challenge Audley. I'll never forget our leader, Comrade Portia Simpson, called me one night and said, Val, I hear that you want to challenge Audley. I said, yes, man, I have to remove him because he is not giving us the kind of representation that we want at all. And the sister P said, Val, you're mad, you lick your head. You have to be careful. I mean, you're giving up your political opportunity to win a seat that you're way advancing. But at that particular point in time, I was committed to serving my people. So I decided that I would, contest the election against Audley. It was a well-fought election. I must say to you that most persons were surprised that we could have run up on Audley like that. It was certainly the hardest fight he had got since his political career began in 1993. Well, it really started before his political career, but Calvin, who was there before me, gave him a flogging in 1989. But he came back to win the seat in 1993. Now, ever since then, persons have been coming forward and said, boy, Val, you give him a hard fight, and we are not satisfied with his kind of leadership. We are not satisfied because Northeast Manchester is not being looked after. The farmers are not being taken care of. The water supply is poor. The road condition is terrible. We really need somebody to look out for us. So, I decided that I would go again. But during this particular time, I did some work with some of the community organizations to include, the PDC. I was chairman of the Upper Clarendon Development Area Committee. Spalding's is right on the border of Clarendon and Manchester, so I served that area also. I worked with Percy Junior Hospital. At one time, it was being reasoned that Percy Junior Hospital, would have to be reclassified as a clinic, a comprehensive clinic. We would have none of that. So a group of us decided that we would go out, refurbish the hospital, and we improve the facility. We retired the hospital, we did over the plumbing, we upgraded the electricity, we put in a central sterilization unit, and we did over the grounds, and the hospital moved right up to Class C. So it remained a Class C hospital. And I tell you what, in that particular year, they made me the chairman of the hospital. And we got an award then as the best run state agency in Jamaica. We got an award as the best kept hospital in Jamaica. So, that's part of what I do in terms of my community involvement. I serve a couple of school boards, include Homewood, Spalding's High, Spalding's Primary, to the extent where Homewood sent to me about 2 years ago to ask if I would consider being an honorable past student of Homewood. I said to them, I attended St. Elizabeth Tech, but I said, nevertheless, man, your involvement in the school is so much that we want to honor you like that. So I enjoy working with community within the Christiana area. The biggest problem impacting us over the particular area was really the traffic situation. So it was brought to a community organization that we needed to look at a bypass. I was told that the property they wanted to use had severe land slippage problems. So they asked me if I would give a piece of my land. And eventually I let the government have a piece of mine. and they will be able to cut the highway, that which we call now Christiana bypass. Many people said to me that road should be named Val Wint.
Oh.
So that
So
was
if
done.
you have piece of land,
And then went on further.
Oh. That nice word. You're a real community man. It's a real, yes, man. You're a real community man.
Yes, man.
Yes,
I
man.
do what I have to do, sir.
So tell me something now. Oh, I see the mood swing from the JLP, and I can see it in your favor because the people then get smarter now. What how it look like on the ground? What it look like on the ground to you right now? Under the 2 term of the JLP, you know, the hungriness and everything, how it look on the ground?
You know, in the last local government elections, we went into the elections with the JLP having 3 out of 3 divisions. We came out with 2 out of 3. So, you know, we are ahead of them with respect to that. I have 2 councillors who are very, very hardworking. And believe me, they're transforming the place. I went into a community that we call George Knott. There's a community that joins up to another area, Spring Ground. There was a bridge there that was breaking away. As a matter of fact, that road should have been closed because that bridge was breaking away for a very long time. And I must inform the public that my councillor, Councillor O'Neill Evans, undertook to get that bridge repaired. Normally, a bridge repair is not a councillor's job, but he put it into the parish council. Parish council, you know, made an effort. And believe you me, man, I visited here this evening, and the bridge is repaired. I couldn't believe it, man. You know, so the people are so happy in that area. The 2 councillors, they are really, really making every effort to transform the entire constituency. So, you know, I believe that the people are overjoyed that the People's National Party is now taking full control of Northeast Manchester. As it pertains to me, there have been several polls posed by, you know, Dan Anderson, posed by the Blue Dot. I've been polled against the candidate aspirants that the JLP put forward. And each time that I'm polled against any of them, I come out way ahead of them. So I believe the people are recognizing that time has come for the PNP. We have to take charge. You see, the people still remember me, Val Wint, as the man, when they had the traffic congestion, gave up another property there that we used for parking. I remove over 300 vehicles from the main street of Christiana every single day. The place that the farmers come to sell their animals, I give them that to sell their animals free of cost. Wow. I make sure that they pay the parish council the market fee. There were vendors who was vending on the road that the police harass every day, and now have them at a place where they vend from, and they get no harassment. But I make sure too that they pay the market fees. So, you know, we're trying to bring order to Christiana. And when I become the member of parliament, I will formalize these kind of arrangements so the town can, you know, see much better public order. There's so much that is desired in this town, and I will make sure that I go out and ensure that the people of Northeast Manchester get the kind of representation that they deserve. I visited the water plant which was built in 1952, Moravia plant. The plant is in a bad state of disrepair. The water collection tank that should gravity feed the entire area is not functioning. The pipe work going to that area is out of order. So only few communities at the moment get water from the Moravia plant. This is something that we have to attend to. We have to make sure that that plant is repaired, and we have to make sure that people of Northeast Manchester get this very essential commodity, water. If we get water, then we can avoid any further black tank scandal in Northeast Manchester.
Yes, because that's what I'll come back to, because back in the 70s, remember, we never have them kind of water thing, because we have tanks. We have the real tanks. And then we don't get gravity feed, and then, you know, Sherman did set up the thing right, you know. He really did some serious work back in the days. But we come now in a hurricane belt country, right? And, you know, we have hurricane season all the time, and come with these black tanks. Most of the time, enough of these tanks are empty, it can blow around, and it can cause hazardous things and damage to lot of people, and property.
That is
stop the one of these things. It not look
that
good.
is so true. And though we probably appreciate the makeshift
Yes.
that may provide, we also have to ask ourselves, where will the water come from? With global warming and climate change, and very little water, very little rain falling in these areas. We really need to get our water system rehabilitated, man, get it up. Because we have rivers in Northeast Manchester. A lot of people don't know that we have the Hectors River in Northeast Manchester, you know. They don't know that the water that goes down to Rio Minnow, most of that water comes from Northeast Manchester.
Come from Manchester.
Come from Manchester, can you believe it? The water that goes all the way down into Pepper comes from Manchester. Noisy River is in Northeast Manchester. So we have water sources, but we are on a hill. And you know how water goes, water flows down. So we really have to find a way of getting our water, harnessing our water, and pumping it so our people can get that commodity.
So I'm looking at a real tank, like how we set up the tanks, them there, you know, back in the days, and then we have pumping station, pump it up, gravity feed down, and people good. Correct that with ease.
We treat the water.
We have to have government with the will, right? We have to have the government with the will.
The political will is what is needed.
Yes.
Would you believe, on another note, that almost every week I burst a tire? As you would understand, as a politician, I have to traverse the entire constituency.
Yes.
And believe you me, man, the roads are in such terrible condition. When you have a pothole, it remains there for days, as a matter of fact, years sometimes. We really want to have a system where maintenance is scheduled. We need to have scheduled maintenance, scheduled inspection and maintenance of our roads. So if a particular time where a particular road is inspected and a maintenance program is put in that is on a particular schedule, so the roads don't fall into this bad state of repair. So, you know, we really need to manage properly.
Yes.
As if we are managing a business.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
So Val, I get some people that talk to me about you, you know, right away. Lenbert, him said, Sir Lonesome, Wint is a man with money who cared for the poor. As he said, he was Richard Azan campaign manager. Yeah. Same mindset. So you're Richard Azan, yes. Nice, lovely. And we see some of the people that talk right there, I talk to the same time, eh? Yes. Some nice things. Yeah, man. Them say one say, Maxwell said, look at Christiana Town. It's a disgrace. No up to liftment, no upliftment, nothing, not even a housing scheme.
We have there's an housing scheme, Shirley housing scheme, which has been there for years, from in the 60s. It's full time that we increase the number of houses we have there. We have thousands of people who pay to the housing trust, and certainly they should be afforded the privilege of getting a house. You know, many of them have to go to other parishes to seek that benefit. Yes. So when I become member of parliament, I will ensure that the housing plan that the PNP now have in place will impact us in Northeast Manchester just the same. We don't want to practice the kind of politics where we just look out for some. We must look out for all. We want to bring a kind of political environment where when you put up a billboard, people pass and see it and respect it. When you put up a flag, we respect it because you're in campaign time now. I'm seeing quite recently where I put up some of my billboards and some of my flags, granted them ahead of the JLP with that because the people are demanding it. And would you believe that they took down my billboards and my flags? And you know what? I'm not even complaining too much, you know. I'm not even making up no noise about it. Because when the JLP put up theirs, I will make them remain. Yes. They should remain because a privilege you have of showing the people who you are and exercising your rights to campaign.
All right, see, Yvette, so Mr. Wint are the best MP for Christiana Town. Bless, love to my MP for North East Manchester. Love you, Mr. Wint. People are talking to you right there.
Heal up, Yvette, heal up. Yeah, man, the time has come for the people to get their own. The time has come for people to recognize that when you are in an area, you're from the area, you know, you deal with the matters at hand with pride. My mother attended the Christian Moravian Primary School. I attended a graduation there last week, and they told me that there's a wall that is cutting away. I intend to help them to get that situation remedied. You know, each time I attend that school, I have a sense of pride because that is the school that my mother got her education. It's a different kind of feeling when it is your place from when you're visiting. And I want to advise all the visitors who come, whether you come for politics or otherwise, that we're going to give you the good Northeast Manchester hospitality. But one thing I can assure you, when the elections are finished, at the night of the election, I will guarantee you safe passage to wherever you're from, whether it's from St. Mary or Kingston, wherever else.
Yes. Patricia said, one Val Wint, result not promises. Results, they say you deal with result, not promises. And Edward said, thanks, Mr. Wint. You're a people person. Yes. So I see that scrolling, you know. It never scrolling. Yeah.
Definitely.
With Wint and Mary Swaby. A man that loves the people. Wow. So may I tell you, your name brought another place, Mr. Wint. So Wint. Yeah,
boy, wait, I tell you, our people, man, our people, you know, Wint love the people and the people love Wint. And that is what is important, you know.
Mr. Wint, can this hear? Mr. Wint is obviously the best child for Northeast Manchester. Yeah? With Wint, we know and love you. Love Val. Yeah? Yeah. Yeah, man. So, yes, man. So, them a big up, you know.
I like that. You see, the people recognize it, that when it comes to development,
yes,
this is something that I just don't do just because I love. This is something I have training in. When it comes to reorganizing the town, this is something that I made sure that I have engaged myself through study, you know. I want to inform those who just believe that me just out there like that I not just studied development from at a local level. I underwent studies in planning and environmental development, you know. So this is something that is a part of my training. It's my love and it's my training. You know, as a developer myself, I love to put across the best kind of development that people can find the best kind of areas to live in. As it relates to development and town planning, Christiana needs a whole heap of change. One of my very first tasks is to ensure that the taxi park be redone. We really want to have a taxi park that can facilitate all the taxis that ply the route. We have taxis plying from 4 different parishes.
Wow.
Yes, man, 4 different parishes. St. Anne, Clarendon, Trelawney, and Manchester.
Oh.
And the terminus right there in Christiana. That little taxi park can scarcely hold 27 taxis. Between Spaldings and Christiana alone, over 400 taxis are on that route. So can you imagine the chaos? Can you imagine the problem that the police have trying to have public order within the town? Really, man, I can't believe that we had a member of parliament for 32 years who was Minister of Transport, and he left this town in this state. We have to do something about it. We have to do something about this. There's a land that is available. All it needs is a political will, as you said before, Wayne. We have to just make sure that we put the money where it needs to go. Northeast Manchester deserves good governance. It deserves good leadership. It deserves a good parliamentarian who cares about Northeast Manchester. I'm not going out there chasing after any ministerial position like some of them. Some of them are using Northeast Manchester to get into parliament. Some of them have ambition of becoming finance minister and other positions. Not that they're not ambitious, but the fact is Northeast Manchester is first. And if you're going to talk about Christine Pitney, I'm going to christen Northeast Manchester first. Northeast Manchester, not just some of them.
Yes. Doing the work. And then the people them love you already, you know, because we ask the people them are yelling up nothing, you know. What miss enough. And Pastor Ricky.
Yeah.
Your question to Sir Wint.
Yeah, thank you, Father Lonesome. God bless you, Comrade Wint.
Bless you, my brother.
I understand that your Northeast and is in the People's National column for the first time in over 30-something years. Audrey Marks is a Trump reject. She was in the ambassador for the Jamaica in the former administration, but when this government, I live in the United States, when this government took over, they said she was part of a corrupt administration, so they didn't want to have nothing to do with her. And you know that no country change an ambassador on the eve of a general election. So she's a reject, US reject, a Trump reject, and will be a Northeast Manchester reject. However, Audley Shaw them said him sick and him overseas, he might get treatment, but there is no confirmation that he has endorsed Audrey Marks. So my indignation is telling me that the Jamaica Labour Party members in that constituency is disgruntled. They're unhappy because Audley Shaw had his pick to replace him, but he was strong-armed and them install her or import her because she has been rejected by the United States and shipped back to Jamaica. So what is the sentiments on the ground as it relates to, what are you hearing as it relates to Audley Shaw?
Well, you know, I must say to you, I give every respect for every candidate who put them foot in the ring. Mark you, I would have much preferred to have somebody opposing me who is from my constituency.
Right.
As a three-way place. Now, there are issues impacting us here right now that are Northeast Manchester issues. And a man in Northeast Manchester will better understand these issues. Today, for instance, I got a call from over 50 farmers who reap them yam and trying to get them yam sent to the exporter. They were told only quite recently, between Friday and today, that that plant is closed. Why the plant was closed? There's some bureaucratic challenge that is facing the owner of the plant. I don't know the full details, but I believe that we have too much bureaucratic challenges when it comes to exporters. You know, the government have to really remove these bureaucratic challenges. We have to ensure, of course, that good quality products leave Jamaica for market overseas. And we have to ensure that we meet international standards. But to abruptly close a plant, which was one of the biggest one operators of Northeast Manchester, what happened to the farmers? And when the other few who have their own customers already have to find a way to buy the produce from these farmers, they're going to cut the price darn cheap. So we really have to look at some local issues that are impacting us and see if we can deal with it. But first of all, you have to understand what is happening on the ground. As it relates to Audrey, all I can say to her, I wish you the best, my love.
Yeah, all elections are
the right
local.
choice. But you know, we are going out there and we are going to make sure that Northeast Manchester is represented by persons who understand their plight. Persons who are there for you. So, you know, that's my take on it, really.
Yeah. All elections are local, so local issues is going to be the order of the day. But as it relates to the hospitals and the markets, my understanding is that the markets is not at the right standard and the hospital is not given the proper service. Can you speak on that?
You are so correct. You are so correct. You see, the Percy Junior Hospital, which is a community hospital, was built by Percy Junior some 80 years ago. I attended the 80th anniversary just someday this week. While I was chairman of the hospital, we had an initiative where we were trying to raise $15 million to improve the accident and emergency unit. Before I left that office, before I was removed by Audley Shaw and his team, I had raised $90 million. I don't know where that money is right now. It still was not enough to do the kind of development that we wanted. But Percy Junior Hospital, I must commend the staff there because with limited resource, they make every effort to serve the community well. But money is lacking. Money is lacking. And we call on the diaspora and everyone else to do what you can do for Percy Junior because it needs to be removed from the state of a type C hospital and become at least a type B hospital because it serves 4 parishes just like the park in Christiana. So much to be done to that. As it relates to the market, you know, if government have no vision, then the people will perish. The way the market is structured is like you're going into a hole. No, if at all it is not aesthetically pleasing, then people are not going to want to shop in there.
Right.
So we need to renovate the market, bring it up to first world standard. The land is there already. So therefore, all we have to do is reconstruct that market. So the vendors and the persons who go to shop in the market will feel a sense of pride going into the market. So it is placed at a point where I believe, you know, with the traffic congestion, we should consider removing it to another area we can get parking. But that is something I'll have to look into the minute I become the member of parliament.
Over to you, Father Lonson.
All right. So Sir Wint, Christian of the town, come up drive through the town and it congested for real, really congested. So we have in the land, different from your land when they have land there. We can get a wider road and then set it up better that people can traffic better.
Christiana has the ability to expand. That Christiana bypass really should be a development road. There are lands on both sides of the road that can be developed to really, you know, facilitate other business and all of that. The road isn't open officially yet as far as I know. And I believe it's time NWA tackles that and allow people who have land along that path to have access to their property so they can get their property developed so we can have more shops and more, you know, places where we offer services in that area. Christiana has potential. When we look at Junction in St. Elizabeth and the way Junction has spread out, man, we have to ask the question, what is happening to Christiana? But one thing happened to Christiana over the last couple of years is bad labor rights government. That is what impacted Christiana. We need to change that right now, you know? And I tell you what, the people of Christiana, they're at a point right now where they're putting politics on the back burner. Yes, man, they're putting the background burner. They want people who can give them good representation. And that is the reason I am making every effort to put myself forward. Because once the elections are over, we will have a changed place, a place where labor rights and PNP feel like they own the place and everybody is benefiting equally. Yes. And that is what we want in Christiana. Peaceful place, loving people, you know, people who accommodate even the biggest stranger from anywhere. But, you know, time has come for Christiana to take ownership of itself.
Nice, lovely, lovely.
Yeah.
So in other words, when you become the MP, you're going to set up an office for in the constituency, for the constituents. Not like what we see the JLP them set up, you know, like them green up an office. Like George and some other people, some green looking office. That is politics you cannot play. You can't play politics when people
that is so wrong. And
yes.
if you ever know the member of parliament office in Christiana, you'd cry shame. I don't think it has been opened in the last 2 years.
Yes.
You go down a little hole, down a step. And I have to wonder, not everybody can access that office because if you're physically challenged, you can't get to the member of parliament's office. It tells me that the member of parliament had no real feeling that he must give good representation. It was never ever his intention. We have to change that. The member of parliament office must be accessible to all. And no matter your state of health, irrespective of your physical ableness or otherwise, you must be able to access your member of parliament office. So we're going to be putting up a good office at a good location.
Good. Good.
Yeah.
You know the Pnp, you know, them built Jamaica, you know. Yes. No PR, real thing. Yes, real thing. Always you have to have an office. Because I see George Wright office, and that's some other office. Green. You can't green no more. Green.
Right. Once you become member of parliament,
yes.
you represent everybody.
Amen.
The fact is, right. the pitney where you talk about, where you're going Christian, is everybody.
Yes.
Everybody. You know, I tell you, in my part that I have the vendors vending, I've never yet one day asked what Pnp and what labor right. The vehicles that I allow to park over my premises, I never yet asked one day who are Pnp and what labor right. The people who sell them animal, them cow, them pig, them goat, and sometimes even them donkey, and never yet one day off, who are PNP and who are Labour right. That is not necessary. People are people, and they're residents of Northeast Manchester. And if I have to be given away in the black tank, it will not be to PNP. It will be for whoever requires it. I believe in starting with the worst case of distress, and then I move up. I believe that if you're talking about community development, you must start from the bottom up. I never know no house will build with them build it up first, you know. That's no. And there can't be no predecessor kind of material because the material is a mixture of material. And they use the best practice to build. So we start from the bottom and we go up. Smaller people first and then the others as we layer the thing right up to the top.
All right, that's something with the Prime Minister. You know, some social housing thing. And all these people, the Prime Minister do PR with, you know, sometimes him just go take some of that, shatter some of that building and say the people them used to live in it. Not like that. Because no furniture, not in the new house, and no nothing this, you know. Because I do construction from way back, right? So I know, you know, when a house unoccupied for a long time, you can see what the Prime Minister used this for props. And all these people are saying, my Prime Minister not a shower labor, right? This so wrong across the country. Your take on it.
Well, I believe that the Prime Minister failed miserably with the mandate of providing houses for Jamaicans. The National Housing Trust, which was formed by Michael Manley back in the 70s, its mandate was quite clear. It should provide houses for the houseless. The fact is, the Housing Trust is probably one of the largest mortgage companies in the Caribbean. It had the ability to provide far more houses than what are built yearly now. The fact is, we should reach a point where we're giving grants up to probably 1,200 grants per annum. And that is something that I looked at. Truth be told, not everybody is going to be able to get a house. But when you can't afford one, then certainly there should be a means by which those who are not as fortunate get a grant so they can build something too. The 35,000 houses that the Prime Minister had indicated to the nation that he wanted to build, he built far less than half the amount. Under Mark Golden's administration, he has indicated to the nation that he will be building far more. Northeast Manchester, we're expecting to build a minimum of 50 houses per annum in Northeast Manchester. And that is to start. But the Mark Golden's administration, I'm sure, will utilize all the proceeds from the Housing Trust. They won't be taking money from it to shore up the central government. All the money in Housing Trust must go towards housing. People need places to live in. It's a tough thing when a man is working and can't come up to somewhere decent to live.
Yeah.
We need to pay more emphasis on housing.
Yes.
Yeah. I have a question. Thank you. As it relates to unemployment, what is the unemployment rate in your constituency? And also, if you also know what the youth unemployment rate is, because this government is bragging that unemployment is down to 3.5%.
That's a lie.
And we know that's a lie because they changed out the system in 2024 January that they use as a methodology to measure unemployment. And furthermore, they didn't complete the census. And furthermore, the youth unemployment is over 11%. So do you know what the unemployment rate in your constituency is? And if not, what is some of your plans for employment to grow the economy in Northeast St. Ann? Thank you.
Well, as you talk about unemployment, I was in dialogue with Audley Shaw some time ago, and I jokingly asked him, boy, unemployment has gone way down now, man. According to your government, they say it's 4%. He laughed at himself. That not so right. That not so right. And Audley Shaw.
But it's not like
when you're out on the street every single day, the amount of youngsters we see just out there because they have nothing to do. Many of our youngsters are unattached. They're not attached to a school. They're not attached to employment. They're just out there. The ones who are inclined to do farming will find something to do. They will go and help somebody to weed a ground or plant one for themselves. But everybody is not a farmer. Not everybody. And as much as, you know, our mainstay in Northeast Manchester is agriculture, we have a number of youngsters who don't like farming. They can't farm. They don't have the physical ability to farm. So we really need to find opportunities for them. And if at all we can't find a job immediately, what we need to do is bring them into some sort of training. So we really need to bring them into training and also create a job bank. A job bank where you train them in particular areas and you feed companies that are seeking persons, not just in Northeast Manchester, but wherever those companies operate from. And as a matter of fact, I do believe, as it relates to overseas employment, we shouldn't have to wait on the Minister of Labour and Social Security to come and tell us how much farm workers they want to go overseas. There are so many other opportunities of overseas employment. If at all we go through particular channels of, partnering with employment bureaus operating from overseas and sift out the bad ones really and train our youngsters and letting them the opportunity to go and work overseas. I believe in development, and I do believe that self-development is the best kind of development. So we have to really provide much more for opportunities for our youngsters. Very, very important.
You know, because, you know, a part of the farming belt. And me is a man with full ideas. Because the farmer, them now get good buck for a lot of things. And as them go to look at tomato, you said growth. And in a sentence, and then we have so much hotels. We have to use cash up. We have so much things all over the place, right? We too, in the diaspora, we eat a lot of yam, you know. I don't eat rice and these things, right? I just eat food, banana, yam, and these things.
Healthy.
Very expensive, right? Yes. You know, it's good if we could have put back a farmer and work, and the government work with the farmer. We have the silo up, we keep the thing, export them out. We will buy them, you know. We will buy them. The diaspora, enough people in the diaspora buy it. But then they get more for their money.
Definitely.
Instead of going on a farm work ticket and, you know, a farm work and get angle like some slave out there, them could have stayed right there and earn Jamaica, could have earned billions of dollars. By the way, them to cut out the food bill there, the 1.6 billion US. But
we need to cut that down.
I think that's cut out completely. Your take on it.
Yes, very, very, very important. Food security is extremely important. And as much as agriculture faces many challenges, the challenge, as we know, of climate change, we also know the challenge of poor market. We also know the inability of our government and entrepreneurs at this time to really do byproducts of our agricultural products. Yes. We really have to recognize that the farmers, they take the brunt of the risk for us. I think it's full time that government put its money where its mouth is and move towards producing byproducts of these agricultural products. The fact is, the government may not be doing it themselves, but provide funding for persons who want to open a yam chips place, no man, yam flour place, no man. You understand? Provide funding for a man who wants to bring the pimento to a point where you make pimento oil, you know, or drown the pimento to a particular point. When they take the berries from us like that, we get little or nothing for it. We have our turmeric. We have so many different kind of spices. So facilitate more development of these cottage industries so much more people can get means to an income. More industries open, more facilities there to facilitate Jamaicans, and we have more products to export while we continue to feed ourselves. It's important that we feed ourselves first.
So it's a good idea if you look back on the NC, like back in the time where we have fresh produce. So the farmers have place where they can sell them, know them have market. What do you think about the ANC? If you bring it back.
Well, we need to re-establish the ANC.
Yes.
And you know, the People's National Party plans to really get a similar kind of organization, the ANC, back up and going. Because a part of the mandate of the shadow Minister of Agriculture is to ensure that we move to a point of food security. So we're talking about storage, improving storage facilities. We're talking about setting up little cottage industries so we can start produce things from some of the agricultural products that we have, and also to provide some kind of buffer to the farmers when we are impacted by climate change. You know, there's a national insurance scheme that we are planning to put in place. When a farmer get hit, you know, he may pay a little something to it, but at least he recovers some of the costs to start to reestablish his farm, buy his planting material again, you know. So I think the People's National Party has always been the party that believes in self-reliance. So we really want to get back there. They believe in skills training. So, you know, this is the reason why I am running for the People's National Party and not the Jamaica Labour Party.
Yeah. I have a question. As it relates to the farming, right? In 2023, in the budget debate in March 2023, Nigel Clark got up and said that they were cutting GCT on raw products, imports, which is going to take away the leverage from our local farmers and create competition with foreign imports flooding the Jamaica space. How would you approach this well, I guess it's going to have to come from Julian Robinson, Robert Robinson, who will be the new finance minister. But do you feel like we need to, you know, increase back GCT and stabilize the market so that our farmers, local farmers, don't have them tomato, them food are rotten, and there's no market for it because them are run competition with foreign imports. We can't become dependable on foreign imports because any geopolitics, war, anything can just mash up the supply chain. Then we'll be at the mercy of hunger and starvation. So what is the plan to try to bring back the leverage to the farmers so that farmers can produce more and then, you know, output in terms of getting their products overseas into new markets?
Well, the new PNP government plans to reduce imports by 25%. And, you know, that itself is a first step towards, helping our farmers. And we also will have to look at increasing the duties on some of these imports and use that increased duty to help our farmers to put in their inputs. Yeah. So this is one area. The other thing that we plan to do is create an agricultural free zone where, you know, farmers, you know, get an opportunity of getting into storing and producing, you know, byproducts of our agricultural produce. The fact is, our levels of production at the moment will not suffice at the moment. But if at all we can be given the level of assistance that the farmers require, we could cut our imports by a very, very significant amount.
Yeah.
Yes. Great. We could just push in the next thing because we see we are going the hour, 1 hour. But we are going the 1 hour, but we still have pushing something. All right. To the election, can we look out for the election? And we know you're the next MP. We're going to congratulate you. We're going to call them back in the service. Right? Your workers and everybody ready to go. And the Prime Minister said, go, when you're ready. We just ask you one thing though. What's the ballot box? We're not take nothing simple again. Yes? You have people make sure when the ballot box are moving, have people, every time move from one place, one counting place to the other, we don't have people to make sure it reach, right?
Right.
The mic not hearing you.
Yeah. We are taking this election very serious. Yes. We'll not leave anything to chance.
Okay.
As it relates to protecting as it relates to protecting the system, the electoral system, ensuring that it works, we'll be very, very vigilant. We will not allow the labor rights to steal this election.
Okay,
we can tell them.
Yeah, and ensure that the scrutineers know the persons that live in certain address that they say they live in at.
So as it relates to
when
our
you look at the
electoral
voter ID,
system, we have a properly functioning team. Our machinery is well oiled.
Yeah, man. It's cutting out, the vice cutting out. Yes, sir, Wint. Your vice cutting out. Your vice cut out. Your vice, it cut out.
Yes. Yes, that is so true.
Yes.
We are currently putting in place a device that scans each of the ID so we can look at the bogus ones.
Yeah.
Good. We know of a plan to bring in some bogus ones. But it's not gonna help them.
Okay, good. We just want to know it's safe.
The price is out.
Yes. We just want to know it's safe.
We're checking on something here.
Yeah, you can.
Checking on something.
Yes. Sound up again?
The technical team is checking on that now.
Yeah, I have one recommendation. If you can tell Comrade Leader Mark Golden, please, to get some international.
Are you hearing me better now?
Yes, hearing you.
Yes. Can you ask Comrade Leader Mark Golden to get some international election day observer from CARICOM nations? You can't depend on Cafe because we saw what they did to Cafe during the local election. Them boot them out of some polling station.
Are you hearing
we need international observers on election day in Jamaica, underground. Thank you.
Hold on. Repeat, Sir Wint. You want to fix the mic. Repeat. Not hearing you. Not hearing. Not gone. Gone. Mic gone. Tell the technical teams to touch up at the mic. The mic? Yes.
Yeah, your audio.
The audio. Yeah, we're wrap up in on the mic. The mic starts chip out.
The devil is a liar.
Yes.
Yes. That's a good recommendation.
Thank you.
Better?
Yeah.
Are you hearing me better?
Yes, sir.
All right. I must say, thanks for the recommendation. I will certainly convey to our president and prime minister in waiting the need to have observers from the Caribbean region.
Yes.
Because we certainly want persons of our own understand our culture. So,
exactly.
We can really keep that thing, in check.
Yes.
But I must say to you that I want to commend my own political campaign team. Because believe you me, man, they're working tirelessly to ensure that we not only win the election, but we prevent any hanky-panky from taking place. As I speak to you today, the team is out on the road and they're canvassing. They're ensuring that the PNP list is properly put together and we know exactly who will be voting for us.
Yes, good.
So, we are not taking any chances.
Yes.
We are not taking any chances. We are handling this thing very professionally and we are making sure that the labor rights just don't get away with anything this time.
All right, lovely.
They could come with them just full of money, a little more.
Yes. Yes. So you take care, we're going to carry you back again.
Yeah, man.
As until the election, we're going to have you back.
It's my pleasure. I really enjoy.
We look forward to see you walking up Duke Street with Comrade Leader Mark Golden.
Definitely we'll be moving. Just inform the general public. I want you to look out because we are having a meeting on the 6th.
Yes.
The 6th of next month.
Yes.
Starting at 8 p.m. We're party leader and president, soon to be prime minister, will be visiting North East Manchester.
Yes.
We call it the Manchester meeting. It will be held at Wint's Car Park in Christiana.
Yes.
So I want you to look out because it's going to be live.
Yes. I have it here in the chat, you know. Someone put it up already, you know, before you talk.
All right, it is there.
Yes, man.
If
it's not,
no,
I
it is
know
going, man. Northeast Manchester.
Yes.
Come on. Big respect.
Representation that they want.
All right. So, Wint, good to have
Big up
you.
yourself. Big up yourself, man.
Respect.
It was good.
Yes,
My
man.
pleasure.
Okay, one more. Yes, man. That's Sir Wint, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man. But yes, man. All right. Yes.
Them are gonna beat Arjimak. Arjimak's a reject from America, you know.
Shall reject. We could just finish wrap up with yeah, man. Lovely interview, lovely. Sir Wint beat them, you know, beat she.
Yeah.
She gone. Yes. So she gone completely. And Manchester people know them not stupid. Yeah. Over the Trinidad and the Patmore gone to. You know,
Yeah, man.
Azan gone to.
Yeah.
And all of them, you know, we have to change Jamaica and no two ways about it. These people, you have some people who are fed up at prison. No two ways about it. We don't care. So Sir Wint, just keep doing what you're doing, man. With all respect. Yes, with all respect. All right. So I could just go back now with Darrell Vaz and them stupid bus. This is a magic school, but I'm Magage school bus. This not magic. Not magic. You know, the magic and the magic school bus. A Magage school bus. This. The system will not work. Darrell Vaz, please get the math together. Yeah? If you have 29 schools and you have over 1,000 kids in each school, that we just run it up at 1,000, at 29,000. 10 bus can't carry 29,000 school. Remember, you know, school at 7 o'clock. Yeah? 10 bus at 48 capacity, seat capacity is 480. 10 bus. Think about 29,000 kids to go to school. You're sick in your head. So when you run around it and I look for do a political football, brother, your math's wrong. Me don't need no paper, no calculator, my crunch numbers, brother. It's stupid. Me never not talk about no money. All right, let me tell you, I'm going to add on some things to you. You only about 1 pint at, it's about 1 pint at billion. It's a cost more than that. So when them come out talk about a cost, 1 pint at billion and $1, me don't know when get the figures from. But look how much money for if a gas that I use or what name diesel. If you make the amount of trip, plus a whole bus, the one that need tire, enough for them are about down. The engine them more than 100,000 miles already going up on them there. Whole bus will forget crush. The man is a goddamn jackass or something. I'm stupid. Them that whole bus. I'm not asking you, I tell him. So you can use some dry rat wheel when they run all long and you don't know you have to buy a brand new wheel. Then you have to go upgrade them, then you have to go service them. Because you couldn't just take them and drive them so with the same old island of the engine, you know. Yeah. So it are cars with hundreds of millions to go service. Then you'd have to have some depot in every parish because you couldn't go drive it and put it at one school, then it's go drive, it don't make no sense. And then you have to have mechanics, you have to have people look about them. You see where you want to put the country, you know? Eh? Because you look for trick people for going for you have cars one and cars of 1 billion. How much you pay for them all bus there? How much you pay for them? Eh? But anyway, when you put them out and you put how much schools, you are going to use 100 bus carry 328,000 kids. 100 bus. If you put it up 48 seats, less than that, but because you have some smaller one. It can move at a time 4,800. 100 bus, if you full them one time, 4,800 students. We have 328,000. Think about it in your head. No care with them, they are the same thing. So when I have to part stuff like that for you, but if you understand this. Remember them have to reach school back before 7. And nobody now make them pick them wake up. 12 o'clock in the day, in the midnight, or 1 o'clock and 2 o'clock for us stand up in the dark for wait till school open. That don't make no sense. No. So you have to reach school before 7 or ever 7:15. Yeah? You can't go carry picnic at school 8 o'clock, 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock when school are 2 o'clock when school are over. The bus, no bus in Jamaica makes so much trip. You have to run more than 60 return trip. If me put it, if me work it out like 30 a seat, and give you, so 30 go and 30 come give you 60 at 300 and just work it out, my brother man. Simple thing, just grab your calculator if you can use it.
Him not know for add, man.
Brother, me never add on the money, and plus, me move all of the vehicle them out of Jamaica to, you know. Remember, Pico was running, you know. Pico was. So if you talk about the school them in a town and them thing, the road them black up. And then like,
remember, I did have a used car dealership of flopping and JUCTC in a bankruptcy. Now. This guy don't know nothing about
in bankrupt JUTC.
He don't know nothing about managing assets.
Yeah. So I vote him and look him say, you know, political strategies. This is brother. Think where you put out a scope. If the people them not the place you put out about 9 buses in a center, it's how center must be.
Yeah.
So if people go yell but them come from where up in the east part of St. Thomas, when the bus are leave from here to go up there, still like a run, it take more than half an hour to reach up there. An hour to go up there and pick up Pitney and car back down here. So you so much time, look at the time. And everything about all the amount of stoplight and the amount of traffic, brother.
Rush hour, yeah.
Brother, we are talking about it's stupid here. It's stupid. And then charge for a bus is not school bus, brother. It don't go mark school bus, a normal bus system. You don't carry kids with it.
It for be free for the children.
School bus, it have a free, and it have run like, you know, one school get 10 bus, one school. A smaller school might get 8 or 6 bus. And you sign the kids them to it. So the school bus will say them come pick them up or whatever. What happened to you, brother? Eh? That is not a school bus system you run, brother. You mash up JUTC. And it can't work with 100 buses. Brother, just check the numbers, no man. No care where you want to tell the people. If you can't count 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, say matter bull crap. Then dunce. Him and his wife dunce. Let me show you something. Look here. This same wife. And this call, they may have what them call say they must serve Jamaica, right? They may have accomplishment. Let me just show him before. Let me show the wife now. I mean, I'll show the prime minister. Let me show the wife. See the wife, yeah? Look on the wife. Put her up.
Oh, you know if you dance when you come to hand over a brand new ambulance.
Look at that woman, you know. Look here.
Oh, you know if you dance when you come to hand over a brand new ambulance at the infirmary in my...
So people, oh, yeah, MP. The infirmary if you have around 4 ambulances or more. The hospital need ambulance and this and every ambulance. But she there said about your hand over a brand new ambulance. The government supposed to provide ambulances.
Exactly.
So with this achievement for hand over ambulance, remember you have spent more taxpayers money. What happened to these people, brother?
Frightened Friday.
You saw them sick. I saw labor right dunce. That them can remember the PNP them attacked with this. Because PNP can rub them out. Man, they can run them with this, brother. Yeah? Look on this.
By none other than the one and only Minister Desmond McKenzie.
The one and only. Because that woman, hey, she need an injection in her brother.
Frightened Friday.
Look here. And the MP, look here.
To understand something, this government that I'm a part of has contributed significantly from 2019 to now.
So brother, hey, look how she fufu now. Brothers and sisters, the government supposed to provide, you can't have them place in have the ambulances to the kind of people that will keep in an infirmary. If you have ambulance, dep on the compound. You can't have 1, 2, and 3 sick where you do. But up in one, they could be everything, so you have to have more. Hospitals should have ambulances instead of police. You get licked down or a man gets shot or something, police are with an put a finger in the back of GP. And listen, it's inhumane. It's wrong.
Yeah.
The man has spent billions of trillions of money. But yet still we don't have no ambulances, we don't have no medication. And she talk about one and only dead man. It don't make no sense, brother. It make any sense?
But Tufton said them increased the health ministry budget by 80 billion from 60 billion to 140 billion. But yet now, months before a general election, she has celebrated 1 ambulance. And what we notice with the government here is like them are frightened Friday because them are play psychology on the people's mind. with stuff like this. One school bus, excitement. One ambulance, excitement. One giveaway house, excitement. But when this ambulance broke down, when the school bus broke down, when there's a problem with everything in Jamaica, them go missing, them get quiet, them go underground. You don't see them come out and celebrate and dance. But when them do something that them consider good, them want to big it up and create excitement. And that's why the people of Jamaica need to change their mindset and realizing that your tax dollars is paying for what they're giving you back. It's not them doing it. It's they use your tax money to purchase it. And then furthermore, you have countries like Japan who donate ambulances and police vehicle. You have countries like the United States who donate school buses and police equipment. So them never tell you about the donor equipment where them get. Them just make it sound like this government spend the most money, no other government. But the truth of the matter, a lot of things where this government get, they get it as donation from first world countries. And the things that they do buy a year tax dollars pay fee. So don't make them trick on and throw a poison pan on and act like them doing a favor. When you elect them for work for honor, not before election 3 months.
All right. So when you jump up and say ambulances, you run out with this. Like that's an infirmary. It's supposed to have ambulances. Not one. Not one. People, when you see them put up them things, them you use and judge them, you know. They might take one of the answer and request. Remember, she not no sense and him not no sense either. Two of them don't. Yes, them don't. Because them should not want to behave like this. Look here.
This infirmary. In 2019, the female ward was opened. And in 2023, the male ward was open. A 40-bed male ward, right?
You could have 40 beds and you have no ambulances. Infirmary, you know. Feeble people, some other people, and you don't have no ambulance, you jump up. A dead man give the ambulance, you know. This will come out of the money out of that thing there, you know. A local government is, you know. So dead man have to get an ambulance where a should have even have some ambulance there. You see that? Continue.
That you're looking at over there.
Yeah, there. And look on the post, this makes sense. And then it black off, them have a seat black off, so somebody in the back there, so either in them just black in a place or in something and you're dead. Because them have to have, you know, them have to have the people them are deal with the whole service, you know. Empty. Yeah.
PR government. PR.
Yes. All right, look on she again. She move like an acrobat again. Look on this now. Look here.
Urban Center, ribbon cut.
Girl, you know, come on, you know, your husband. Why you do this for? Why you do this for? Why you do yourself so far? Why you do? Turn a drive in and drive through, man. Why you do yourself? What is she try to do?
The man that pressure from ice.
You don't need to do like your acrobat, man. Hey, it's a PR, you know? But I have not
On your road of Norwich Heights to see the oiling that's taking place. The action never stops with the action team. That's Thursday. I have to leave in the ribbon cutting of the Morant Bay Urban Center. I am here in Norwich. And look at the top. Where Cyapit is being laid on the road in Norwich. Now you tell me how you feel when you know that Norwich Heights against Cyapit. No, but stand.
How them feel? How them feel? Come on. If we get that money. Oh, Mr. Why the word pop up now? They're not. Someone will put it up in the next time.
something to them. Members of the world watching. Everything with them put up, with them video and put up, the whole world watching. This is the Arekwashi movements. JLP is the Arekwashi movements. And this them I say them achievements. We repair the road for nearly 10 years. And then the people them to come and repair and they just mag and talk about Cyapit. This sick, you know. It's sickening. It's really sickening. This one. Yeah? And this is not work. She not deserve but not MP. I'm going to make sure we can fire, you know. Make sure go about her business. She go score, you know. You understand? She go away. Yes, Pastor Ricky.
Yeah, she and the broken valves them, the two of them under pressure by one man. Well, we know Comrade Doreen do a great job over the West, but the presence of ISAT alone are mad the two of them. And so every opportunity them get now for look like they might do something for the people them, this is what they're doing. So for 9 years, well, she hasn't been, she coming at 2019? Yeah, but our husband and her, you know, see them do all of these things, but doing the last 5 years. Now that they're on the eve of a general election and pressure reach them are run out now and present like they're working. But the people of East Portland and West Portland are smarter today than they were 10 years ago. 10 years ago, them trick the people them and throw poison upon them and make all these grandiose promises, empty promises, and never fulfill it. And have the people them are starved all these years for basic commodities and necessities like road. How many drivers have lost them front end as a result of bad roads in East Portland and West Portland? How many drivers have lost them tire bus or them axle brake because of bad road in East Portland and West Portland? How many drivers swing out a pothole in East Portland and West Portland over the last 5 years and meeting an accident because of potholes and craters and sinkhole in the road? So now them on the verge of being booted out of office, kick out of office, lose an election, desperation. These are all PR, but it's also followed by desperation. Desperation to try to appeal to the voters that they're doing their job. And all these months, all these years, they weren't doing nothing but in corruption, getting kickbacks and spending cost overrun of taxpayers' money. But now them realize them under pressure from attorney Isaac Buchanan and Comrade Doreen. Them come out now and do things where them never do before. You have never go back to 2020. She never do this before. Our husband where him never do it before. But the pressure reached them, and them internal polls are show so them are gonna lose the election. So now them desperately, frantically, I go out now and I pretend. But like I said, they fool me one time, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. The people of Portland is more smarter, and you're gonna see come election day that all of this trickery and psychological mind games that them are play with the people them, it's gonna backfire upon them come election day.
Because there's something with her again. But hey, yeah, it gone doing up. Let me see what she do.
I East Portland family. I hear the talk about things are being done because election is coming. Everybody knows that election is every 5 years. And let me tell you something, you elected me for the 5 years. And I'm going to work up until the last day when election is called. And I'll be getting right back to work when I'm re-elected to continue the work so that we can have shared prosperity.
Yeah, poor thing. It's not good none at all, you know. You're elected work for 5 years. When the man come with the liquor road business and they might give a chicken that work. And when upon down there, I think this is called work, this is the work, people. This is garbage. Let me hear what the young mister. Oh, let me show you Andrew one this before I go to the young mister. This is where Andrew one is really I get paid for the Andrew one is stick female too, you know. Look on this. The man I look on a stoplight. He man Sam the American Eagle. Sam the American Eagle. That was the same American Eagle where against Dr. Daz. The guy there, when named Miller. Sam the American Eagle Miller. At him. The man drive over there so with how much police protection for a look on one stoplight. And hear this. It doesn't make no sense. Hear this.
We're at the intersection. This is a four-way intersection. There's a lot of accidents that occur here. Since I became member of parliament, I would have lobbied to work agency for them to assess the area to find out if a stoplight is needed, because the letters that I was getting from the Citizen Association at the time, the NWA said that it's not a necessity. Subsequent to that, they sent out a team, and Whitcon is doing a development in close proximity, and a part of their agreement is a private-public partnership. They actually paid for the stop signal, and now NWA is expanding the road thoroughfare.
Come and do a public partnership and then pay. So him come not take the credit. When him drive over there so with a bag of team for Andrew when he say, I grab it up. If you go where you must sit up on the ballot. People are calling me today and say, Lonesome, just remind him, don't leave it out. This guy not supposed to be on the ballot.
Amen.
He started with declaration of certified for 4 years straight. Yeah, watch out.
Here to ensure that we have smooth traffic right here on the safety of our citizens.
Good. It's good to see your representation come to fruition.
Your representation come to fruition. If the people that win Vietnam, win what? And them have built something and put up the money. What kind of representation?
That's not to do with the
government. Not spend the money to put it up.
I'm not government though.
Income. All right, with them name. Eh? What's up?
Has a program of public-private partnership to do certain infrastructure work.
Yeah.
So, for example, the roadworks in Newport West, that's a public-private partnership. And right here, for stoplights, but several other areas in Montego Bay and Hanover and here, we have done public-private partnerships where certain interests would put funds at the disposal of the NWA to be paired with public funds to be able to carry out important infrastructure work, which has benefit them. This is a lovely example at one where the MP obviously was the main instigator of it. So good work.
I tell them good work. So the company come and pay a fee. Then I will say, no, ready yet. And them a pay a fee. And him a come at this material say I pay them thing and them talk about achievement and tell the people them lie.
Yeah.
This man, look on the traffic where he come over here. Look behind him. I waste some gas, waste some money, this waste everything in a better.
Yeah.
This is a waste, you know.
Yeah. But you know what him do, right? Him on Action and the whole of them. They're doing campaign ads. That's what all of this way I show. A campaign ads in a positive way for sure highlight what them claim is works.
But better.
So to inspire their base,
but
go out and vote for them. But it's backfiring upon them because they have not done nothing for 9.5 years. And finally, on the eve of an election, general election, they realize that the sentiments of the people has turned, the trust and the confidence of the people have shifted away from them. So these are campaign ads in a subtle way that them are launch for use it to generate and inspire their base. Remember Father Lonesome and everyone in the chat. A long time them are try energize them base that's demoralized, deflated, and dejected. Them a try inspire them base. Them workers them rejected and demoralized. Them the constituents, voters them demoralized. So remember, you know, them used by-elections last year.
Yes. So
inspire them base and it never worked.
You still have a base. If you have by-election, that means you don't have a base. If you have a
Well,
base,
you know
you
what I
don't
mean.
buy
Them
nothing.
voters. Put it that way. Them voters.
Yeah. So them know them have a by-election. So them don't even have a voters. If you remember, if somebody have voted for something, like when you see people power now, people come out and vote. Real man there, it's real thing. If you have to turn and give some chicken and buy an election, you know what I mean? Where you can't pay. What happened to query? You know, you send the people and they expect them to vote for you.
Yeah.
So when you buy, you don't have a base.
That's the Jamaica Labour
You
Party.
buy a vote and then go to prison for it because
That's
them
the
have
Jamaica Labour Party going back to Saga.
Yes,
their voters are transactional voters. You have to pay them for them come out.
Yeah, them you pay a man for vote. It's coming like a man go backward and pay for your price. So at the same thing, no matter them a price so people vote. So you know really that is not a base. You don't pay, you don't get a vote. That is not a base. That's about you can't read base. Them that follow you and believe that and them that hold you accountable to. You understand? So you know, in never be remember them have 21%. They can't win election. No. And by the way, when they run out the other day with people, when you look them sink 1.8% for everything, the black tanker, everything with them do, them sink 1.8, them gonna from 30 to 29 add. Them not put up a percentage point. That alone throw them under the bus and under Big Mama. See, can them shrink. Them shrink. So instead of them rise, them sink. Right? Then shrink down more. So that alone shows so them not have nobody. Andrew and the followers, nobody not like Andrew only. So I tell them the truth on us. Nobody not like him. So it no makes it better. You can't have enemy and then you go buy a friend. You buy a vote. Me know that. You understand? If you have real people and deal with real things, when you buy a vote, it's bad for you.
Right. That means them not true. Them not true
no,
to you.
So them not really have no voters, them not really have this.
Right.
It's a handful them have. Them not believe in them.
Them use them.
Them keep. All right. You ever seen a, let me ask you something, people, before I play the next video. We never see the two party or Pnp go a rally and ask money and people donate millions. You ever see JLP do it yet?
No.
JLP have to play millions, see them go a rally.
Right.
Millions. Me say last year, Deadman Mackenzie come and him not realize that the people them, me have video with them in a fight in a bus for $5,000. But Deadman in a arena say, we stand up, this is genuine crowd, brother. The people them a fight for the money. And them video it and put it up, me have the video. You say fool?
Right.
We see, don't remember, you know, never eagle pass the well vase when them have full of people gas tank and pay for people travel. Yeah, so near when pass to me eagle man, my camera man I said, Darrell, I'm gonna touch you with that command pin, you know. Cause you walk too near to my camera lens, you know. In above them I walk near to the lens, Pastor Ricky. Very close to the lens.
Yeah.
When you look back, man, and everybody are full up, it's bad. Them to stop by vote. If West Sink what do a project and pay feet, why you want to make it just a PR stunt and nobody now back to nobody. Because we say, Andrew, show me what you do in a 9 years. Oh, we do free Wi-Fi. Yeah. Oh, me repair police station. That's what the government to do better. Him just go about son and tell them say the police station don't do the repair. And the call and they say repair the most police station is better. Some have not vehicle. You have more police on you than where they are police station and more vehicle on you than they were police station.
Yeah.
Him tell life on the big book say the big book no, I like police station and I use big book same way. The man just lying, brother. Him not have no base, him not have no follower, nobody no want to see the man not supposed. Boy, I repeat it, Pastor Ricky. Andrew Owl is not supposed to depend no ballot box.
We agree upon that. Him is a criminal. Here of us say if them win in 2 years. Well, in 2 years' time, Vaz the 2 years out time prison sentence already. So and at the same thing with the Prime Minister, all of them are going to prison.
Them to go to prison, man. Let me play that woman and burn them up. Let me play her back.
Bad morning, sir. Can't even call too loud because it's just 6:23 in the morning. But listen.
Back and play it back.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
Come out here, come shout your name. Tell your people them to leave me alone and stop.
Play it back.
Mr. Allness!
Yeah, there.
Bad morning, sir. Can't even call too loud because it's just 6:23 in the morning. But listen, through you deaf, I always have to come out here, come shout your name. Tell your people them to leave me alone and stop come up in my inbox, come tell me about take down video. I am not taking down the video. So do the next best. I'm not taking down the video. And yes, I will talk again. The 63 buses that now in Jamaica that Daryl Vaz posing with the lady and the step of one of the buses, yes. That lady is Jacqueline Stewart Lecker. Right? Daryl Vaz is his wife, best friend. And it's her company the buses came through, and we are saying conflict of interest, we are saying nepotism, we are saying corruption. How is it that Daryl Vaz, his wife, best friend, get that contract to bring in the 63 buses? And not just that, Andrew Holness give her a tax break. So 63 buses come in the country tax-free when it come on to she, and the billions of dollars that it costs taxpayers to bring them in. Right? And like I said, there's so much backstory to this woman, Jacqueline Stewart Lecker. She's also the woman that was the chairman of the Financial Service Commission at SSL when SSL crashed. Yes, Jacqueline Stewart Lecker. More story about she was the head of the FFC. Right? We leave FFC 2021 September when the whole mix-up going on. Yes, she's same one. Look at the big circle of 40 wolves. Look at the big circle of 40 wolves. When them supposed to have bidders, so you're supposed to have London, James, Donovan, Charles bidding to get this work here, to bring the buses in the country. We need to know who are the bidders. So Anne-Marie Val's best friend, Jacqueline Stewart Lecker, could win the bid. We need to know who were there, who were the other bidders. You guys are evil and nepotism right in front of poor people's face. And you, Daryl Vaz, compose and bust step with this woman and know where our whole story coming from. Remember that SSL was given to Daryl Vaz's daughter-in-law as a gift. It was given to Daryl Vaz's daughter-in-law as a gift, guys. So check it out. SSL building was given to Daryl Vaz's daughter-in-law as a gift, right? Jacqueline Stewart Lecker was the chairman and Financial Service Commission at the time when SSL crashed, right?
True.
Want to put all of that together. Usain Bolt money, $12 million USD, still missing from SSL. So we want y'all to see where all of this tie up and all of this mix up is heading. And until today, we still don't see the Prime Minister come say nothing about Usain Bolt money. You understand? But so far, we can see Daryl Vaz taking picture with Jacqueline Stewart Lecker. When she had this bugger mix up at SSL. Right? And when we done hear say SSL was given to Daryl Vaz's daughter-in-law as a gift. And now her auto company is the company that bringing the buses them in Jamaica. Jamaicans, we need answers. Mr. Holness, we need answers. Corruption. All the poor, are we going to ever be better when we have people in high places sucking us dry? How is it that the Jamaican people is going to be better when people come out here talking? Y'all coming up in my inbox to threaten me? To threaten me? You got to be out of your damn minds if y'all figure that y'all can come shut me up by running in my inbox, come tell me about take down video. How should I take down a video where I prove corruption and nepotism? How Jacqueline Stewart Lecker get the contract to bring in the 63 buses in Jamaica when it's Daryl Vaz's wife, best friend? When she was a chairman, right? She was a chairman and the Financial Service Commission at the freaking SSL when it collapsed. How should I take down a video like that? No, I'm not taking it down. Jamaican people, remember SSL was given to Daryl Vaz's daughter-in-law as a gift. So think who give her. Think about who give her. And y'all sit down good and think how the SSL money share up. Think where Usain Bolt $12 million USD is. Go sit down and think. This don't make any sense, Jamaica. These people are evil right in front of our face. And they plan to suck the Jamaican people dry. And because they realize that 3/4 of the poor people who out there running me down and barking at me, they don't understand the first shit that this is about or understand what this is about. Because number one, let me tell you something. Them 63 buses here coming here. Listen, Costa bus get knocked, get licked for 6.
True.
Costa buses get licked for 6. So now try remember that.
Yes.
You understand? So all you know with the local private Costa buses, finish with.
Nothing, 100
and
now.
they have plans for the taxi man. You don't see what Darrell Vase do. You don't see them coming, them take contract with InDrive.
InDrive.
And what other one call again? InDrive and the other one there.
Uber.
You don't see them sign foreign contract with the people, and you don't have to have nothing at all. You just sign up, bap, and you have an InDrive. Have I forgot what the other one name, but still a red plate taxi driver them suffering. How can you suffer on your own? Suffer on your own people. Just again. You want to come talking about take down video. Take down video, we not stop talking about Jacqueline Stewart Lecker. Because Jamaicans, we want to know why Darrell Vase's wife, best friend, get the contract to bring in the 63 JUTC bus in the country. And this whole bag of mix up because Andrew Holness give her a tax break. She was the chairman at the Financial Service Commission at SSL when SSL crashed. She was the head of FFC and leave in September 2021, which was a big coincidence. It was a big coincidence because the same time when she leave is the same time Andrew Holness take out film local money where him claim invest. So Jamaica need to open up them eyes and see what's going on. Y'all need to open up on eyes and see that is a pack of 40 wolf wearing sheep clothing. You understand? Y'all need to see what's going on.
She vote for this one about him, you know. Listen.
You're just going to sit down so about no shake bell. We don't need to shake no damn bell. I make the mistake and shake it twice and that will never happen, not even in my grave when me gone some years from now. That not gonna ever happen. You understand? Not even Duppy I go come out, come vote for no labor right again. Even though I see Mr. Andrew Holness' husband in the cemetery, right? Like she work rituals. And we done it here already saying only use one only per dead people name and win election. You understand? And transport people from all over the place, go Portland, go win election. But let me tell you something, our eyes are on you people this time. It's not gonna happen. We're down deep watching. Not gonna happen. And we have to thank God for social media. And I have another thing to say, Jamaican people. Listen, we don't business in an American business. But let me tell you something. We have to be happy for Donald Trump. Many of us don't like Donald Trump because of how I'm dealing with immigration. But at one side, we have to be happy for him. Because remember, the fact that Donald Trump leak out against gay people. And Donald Trump went in as a new president and said, listen, we're going to stop give this country aid and put America first. If Donald Trump worked like that or didn't do that, we would know about the 1.5 million USD dollars where Andrew Holness get to sell out the man them body. So we have to give thanks and praise to that. Because if Donald Trump was one of them who loved the whole LGBTQ community, we would know that Jamaica get money, and not if just get money, we would know that our prime minister have no morals, that him go sign and take the batty money. So him take batty money, him sign some more agreement. The man do everything wrong for Jamaica when have no morals. That's why you see enough of the church people them now and move like witch. The man sell out with morals, it's hard for all on. Nobody have no respect anymore. You know, see all the gay people, them have rights over straight people. You don't see. And y'all coming out here come talk about take down video. Take down video, the video reaching. Y'all need to go find out from Darrell Vase why his wife best friend get the contract to ship in the buses. Stewart Auto Service. We need to know, because like I said, spelling nepotism, corruption, conflict of interest, corruption. That is what that is spelling. But this country that called Jamaica, if we don't wise up as a people, we are going to end up with nothing. And 12 generations from now, we're still going skipping over dirty water and knocking and zinc fence. Yeah, and Flavor, one next Flavor is going to come out again talking about Probox. Yeah, they don't mean us any good.
She bust them up, you know. She
No,
must
man.
she
What
must
she
lie.
said it's true because in 2018, the same lady there, Lockhart, was the head of the FSC who allowed SSL to be put on the Jamaica Stock Exchange after Mama P them flagged them in 2012. And one of the things she leave out, which would have fit our puzzle so perfectly well, is that Daryl Criminal Vaz was the treasurer for the JLP accounts in SSL. So it's a web of corruption with Miss Lockhart, Daryl Vaz, and him wife. That's conflict of interest with she, right? So it's a this whole thing. I got, may I tell you, Camera leader Mark Golden make a pledge that he's gonna form a commission to look into this SSL, the Ponzi scheme scandal, and he's gonna get to the bottom of it. Not only did Usain Bolt lose 12.7 million US, but a total of 31 million US dollar them thief from SSL. And so is a web of them, the same players them, because Vaz also take money out of the multiple JLP accounts in a SSL and pay for him data tuition in a Texas. And the Prime Minister, which him never declare upon him statutory declaration, Mark Croskery set up a SSL account for ADMAT. And that's why the Prime Minister get payout from SSL through SSL account for ADMAT in a ADMAT. So when him dissolve ADMAT in 2021, because the St. Lucian government changed them laws that says if you're going to do business in St. Lucia, you have to physically be present in St. Lucia and hire people from St. Lucia as employees. So it was a shell company for embezzlement, hide him financial crimes, and graveyard that with all them financial crimes buried, and for avoid taxes in Jamaica. So when you hear these hypocrites talk about them put Jamaica first, if the Prime Minister did put Jamaica first, he wouldn't go all the way at St. Lucia, go set up now, through him former lawyer, go set up SSL in 2008. He would have set up SSL in Jamaica, but because he might hide him criminality. And so when you look at the whole puzzle of all of the financial crime where them use SSL for thief all these years, $4.5 billion, including contribution from NHT, NHS, NHF, and the banana board for the farmers them, which accumulate about 1.2 billion and plus the US 31 million with them thief, is a web of corruption of them. So where Miss London has said from over the UK, she's absolutely right. Conflict of interest, nepotism, cronyism, and skullduggery. And this needs to be investigated. And there are them I got prison, you know. Any man, they are criminal, you know. People in West Portland for vote for them people there, you know. The whole him wife a criminal, him a criminal, the Prime Minister a criminal. None of them not there for the on the ballot box. And it's sad that them still are go around now and a campaign. I know how much them rob Jamaican people all these years and thief from Jamaican people. Having multiple JLP accounts in SSL, and I get money and I feed the JLP party for them election. Because SSL was also an apparatus for them election in a 2012, 2016, and possible 2020, because it start get exposed in a 20. So I say all these years, them have multiple JLP accounts in a SSL. And I saw them have fund them election. I know SSL not there, but so them have no other companies where them are shell company where them set up. And the Prime Minister, Nigel Clark, did have 3 unregulated foundations that was never regulated and I get a total of $91 million in a them account there. And then doing 20, it set up in a 2018 And then in 2020, Nigel Clark moved $84 million and he never list the source of funding for those accounts or who contribute the 91 million. The Prime Minister also had not only did him have ADMAT, but him dissolve it in 2021. And then because him dissolve it, them couldn't transfer the $143,000 back in the account there because it was closed because ADMAT was dissolved. So what them do, them set up a new NCB account. So that's why the account that was open with $0, and 10 days later, SSL transfer $143,000 into that account. Normally it would have gone on the Prime Minister SSL account for ADMAT, but because ADMAT was dissolved, they have to set up a new NCD. So Father Lonesome and everybody is a corruption, a web of corruption like we have never seen before. Well, I think Saga was a criminal, but the Prime Minister outdo him by a mile and a half, man. Over to you.
All right. So hear this though. This stuff's up right now. I'll switch cut to the nastiness of Queenie. So Queenie, I tell people for shut them. He might cost them. I have the video, you know, but I'll show it to my man. He might tell people for shut them eyes and vote for Andrew on this. Queen E urge JLP supporter. You for shut your eye and vote for a little dirty nasty one. That one that we can't read that right. Dirty when name. That one that we lick man in our neck. This is one that we trouble a little
George, right?
This is the one. Here wait I say yes, so. Sitting at the green here. Jamaica Labour Party Member of Parliament, Queen E, has urged Labour Right in Westmoreland Central to shut their eyes and vote for Andrew Onis if they don't support members of Parliament, George Ram, or other JLP representative in the parish. Stinky, who could have come tell me to shut my eye and vote? Andrew, people have voted for him already. Enough. People are Westmoreland run him where? In my germs. Here where I come with racist thing again. This piece of nastiness. Remember, pay little boy is in a trouble with this piece of nastiness, you know. Him for go to prison to, you know, pedophile, you know. Hear this. Later in his presentation, one Queen E repeat his racial criticism of Mark Holding. This piece of pedophile nastiness, the opposition leader and president of the People National Party. We could never, my brother and sister, go back to elect a white Jewish man. Him think a Saga matter about? You look a nasty piece of shit. Remember, you're a slave. You come from slave master, dirty thinking. Your surname, Warmington, world slave and rape them in a Jamaica in a germs. Remember, you're a pedophile, you know. You're a pedophile. Nobody not supposed to even vote for you. Dirty Queenie. Yeah? Let to lead us again. We have found Andrew. Andrew is a criminal.
Yeah.
Who don't want a criminal a patacat figure rule them? A criminal that should have their prison. And you are a pedophile and you are a criminal too. I stink him stink. We have to put him there in place, you know, people. We have the video now, we are playing now. I tell people about shut them eye. Shut them eye and vote for criminal. You can't shut them eye and vote for a criminal organization.
But guess what?
That's for sure, yo. Them know the time of day.
Exactly.
I am voting. Remember, George Wang, them a criminal too, you know.
Exactly.
You know that the party, you know, them not right, you know, be a smuggler, pedophile, criminal, and sister. Be a them then at the party, you know.
Yeah.
Be a them in the party, you know. It's so bad. We want some, you know, so people that pay young bright face, that pay bright people. And business people and pay professionals. You don't want a criminal and thief around Jamaica. It must happen.
Right.
Vote for Andrew on it with them statutory declaration. It's not even supposed to sleep on the ballot box. And by the way, no Westmoreland now vote for Andrew on this. We don't vote for a criminal. Anything down there, so. Say we have a turncoat down there and we have an ex-criminal down there. You want to tell about go vote? Vote for what? Him himself a pedophile. But hear this now. Me just play direct vase. I say when them go low, we go high and I talk about and Andrew on this too. And the nasty thing them saying. I yesterday my big daughter thinking Queenie when the little youth them can't sleep in peace. Pan him out now, we not have him look nasty mouth. Eh? With him nasty said, nah help him enough. Him to go away. Him a germs. Nobody down there not supposed to vote for him. You understand? Yeah. None. While I straighten him out. While they believe it to straighten him out.
Yeah.
Them want free the little youth them from the slave bandage where him have down there so. And the one them up in a New Kingston man them after bandage too. Because when him land him jet there in a late night or early morning and him drop them back to the gully. Him to go hey, me couldn't go nowhere and that's why I couldn't follow them people there. Because him not supposed to the road no mic attack make by muddy, you know. Him mouth itself muddy, you know. Him not right, him a pollute the place. Queenie, if you go away, my germs. No two way about it. Yes, my brother. We have 10 minutes now. Yes, brother.
Yeah. First of all, George Wright, who beat a girl with a stool, and for cover up him transgression, him got married her. A man who filled with so much anger that him use a stool, an object, and assault him girlfriend. That's a crime right there. That's assaulting someone with a weapon. That's 15 years in prison. Then put him off your side and, you know, for like a 9-day wonder, 3-month wonder, couple month wonder, and then bring him back. The people of Westmoreland is disappointed in George Wright, especially women. They're not going to vote for George Wright. So the fact that Warmington now, Queen E, got all the way to Westmoreland, leave St. Catherine, I tell the people must close them eyes and pretend like them a vote for Andrew. And the criminal prime minister is not on the ballot in Westmoreland. He's on the ballot in St. Andrew, South Central, a despicable, deplorable constituents where garbage pile up in a gully, water, sewage water up on the road, pothole like crazy, zinc fence, zinc roof, and him neglect the people them, and now do nothing for the people them in them constituents. So for him go to Westmoreland now and I say pretend as if you're the prime minister is not popular in Westmoreland. The prime minister is not popular in Jamaica anymore.
No way, nobody not like him.
He put on a green clocks on there and nobody even look upon him.
Nobody not like Andrew Wallace, none.
Him lost in popularity. Nobody not care for him. People then shake him on. People stop shake him on. People turn them back to him. Nobody now want to see the prime minister. So for use now the prime minister image in your mind for when you go at the ballot box for say, all right, I vote for George Wright is I vote for Andrew Wallman. Foolishness. Don't make this criminal Queen E, who's one of the illicit 8, deceive or not. A prison imago in the election card.
Prison too.
Prison imago. He's one of the illicit 8. Everybody know that because him say it out time own mouth.
Yes.
So basically for him now, as it relates to current leader Mark Golding has done more for Jamaica along with his father, Sir John Golding, than the entire Jamaica Labour Party put together for the last 10 years. Mark Golding drafted up more legislation in the parliament
than them.
Than the entire Jamaica Labour Party did. When you look at current leader Mark Golding fight for secure the freedoms, the fundamental rights, privacy of Jamaica, him a fight for beach access. This criminal government take on the right to go to the beach. Mark Golding is fighting for that. Him fight against NIDS when them first rolled it out in a 2017, 2018, I think, and carried the court, and the court struck it down in 2019 because them had criminal penalties associated to NIDS. That if you did not take the NIDS, it's a criminal, you're going to get fined and you can't go prison. Because of Mark Golding, that gets struck down. They have to remove that from it. Mark Golding fight for them stop use SOEs and ZOZO's zone of operation, special operation, and the SOEs for stop make police and soldier curfew and lock on the down in our own community. Mark Golding stop that. Mark Golding draft up the Integrity Commission Act that lift Jamaica on the corruption perception index from 39 points and bring it to 44 points. Well, almost come out of the 50 because 50 is the threshold for the most corrupt countries in the nation. Any countries below 50 points is considered corrupt. We were at 44. If it wasn't for Mark Golding draft up the Integrity Commission Act, that you see now them a try destroy Queen E and them who sit on the Parliament oversight corrupt committee for the Integrity Commission. So all him a do I'll expose the arrogance, him a expose the mind frame and the mindset of the Jamaica Labour Party, that the Jamaica Labour Party is not good for Jamaica. Mark Golding last point was the one who refused to sign the constitutional reform document, the CR with the Malaful and them draft last year. Mark Golding read it and say it was stripping up on freedom, on rights and privacy. It was take away the right for Jamaican people and put in a ceremonial president who are going to be like the Governor General above reproach and can't be taken to court. And the Prime Minister would have make himself the ceremonial president. So I'm telling you, Jamaica, on the better thank God for Mark Golding. Mark Golding has been fighting in the trenches. He was a successful business owner. He was a successful corporate lawyer. Many of the PSOJ right now in Jamaica, they were his clients. Mark Golding was a real estate guru. Mark Golding knew about lands and land reform and title. Mark Golding was a banker, a successful banker that in business gets sold overseas. So listen, who would you prefer for govern you, to lead you, to guide you, to show you the way? Someone who been there and done that without no flaws. The Prime Minister has never worked a public sector work in his life. Him not know for manage assets, him not know for manage people. He's not a true leader. Him lack leadership skills. And he's not smart. He's incompetent. Him just use big words for tricking and throw a poison pan. But look at his actions. His actions reveal that he's very incompetent. And he's not a good communicator too also. The Prime Minister is a failure, a huge failure. So when Queen E, who soon gone to prison and is one of the listed 8, try disgrace Mark Golding. He might disgrace himself because Mark Golding, again, as him and him family, Sir John Golding, to the Mona Rehab Disability Center has done way more. The Kendall crash saved enough people's life, heal up them broken wounds. Currently the polio breakout and when the polio virus was spreading, a Sir John Golding probably saved all of the grandparents. So on the stay there. So big respect to current leader Mark Golding. Queen E can never walk in your shoes, not at all.
Hey, Andrew, brother, me feel vexed. Hey, Andrew, you see you are put you see you run go up there talk about we, and when them go low, we go higher, nasty thing, and them make attack. We have to style on our germs. Me no put on you know. Because me no know if Queenie. Look on the status of Queenie. Queenie is a germs. Queenie is a pedophile. He's a and you know when you give him piece of the 1.5 to we know when you run piece of food at 5. You know so Queenie are germs. And he might go on. Remember, the whole one get style, because we style the whole one. Uno a shit. You keep and you make him draw back and I talk about this and I come with racism. Remember, Queenie, great grandfather was a slave master and by slave. The Warmington, them have slave in a St. Catherine. It's right there. They have it right in front of me. Them are slave master and rape slave, both man and woman. He broke them. And now when grandfather give him a take, he might do the same thing when grandfather do, you know.
Yeah.
But when them take, you know, can set up a mountain, go back mountain, you know. You can't go school and they say climb that mountain. You have to be a real mountain climber, that piece of nastiness. Eh? When grandfather give him take, great grandfather, and then you know good night, I know. Cause you see ya style the one I want, you know. On the 2 out other man, and if you go away, man. See ya 28 act, 28. So you not supposed to depend on the ballot for people for shut eye and vote for who? If you there call people criminal and then you carry the IC go to court, you bring it to me. And carry the IC and I know you stop the declaration, no certify, you're not supposed to depend on the ballot. No other country will not tolerate you. You then have some country them that hold you already and deal with you like 3 finger jack. Long time. You understand? You go away, man. It's a goddamn disgrace to Jamaica. And you have all these nastiness from Big Mama. Me have to ban the one there because actually, me just a kill, because me see water again. And people they move water, so we move water, can come aside. The same water. So we have to move the water. You understand? We have to move the water. So we move water just sensibly. Water Queenie, Fish Headless, yeah, Terry Langton, Patrick Bailey, Zane, Big Mama, yeah, Newton Enos, Threesome, Sir Threesome, from down in St. Andrews of the Mayor, and then you have Gage. Hey, honest, you share up the 1.5 goodie. Nobody else ever know. So I'm telling you,
and them get 2 billion from Canada too. $2 billion from Canada.
Yeah, it. And like I just your crew in a cabinet, Big Mama in a cabinet, a part-time cabinet, you know. You might want to know it's a Big Mama part-time cabinet. So you share it within a cabinet. That's why I want to like Bruce. There, you know. But sweet time not can, you know. Brother.
Come on. Blessings and honor, man. Big respect. Yeah, man.
I have to knock it on them again, you know, because them terribly, you know.
Definitely.
Yes, terrible, man. Wait till Queenie, better deal with your man. Yeah, better.
All right. Good night, everybody. Blessings, Father.
Yes.
All right.
Trendsetter, I got a bill on some of this place. Tell the boy, let's follow back a man. You want some to follow back and no one. See, anyway, go some. I'm a big trendsetter, no one some run the place. Me no follow back a man, and me no run rat race. Big trendsetter, no one some set the place. Me follow back a man, yo. As a man says to me, you're an expansion man. Cool, in the car, I'm down no sprung. Every man jump up on the man wagon. Put them lyrics together, and that do make one boy. Them don't know how to compose song, the boy them sound like cold bag and follow the hell. Them 50 and touchdown, me visit tell them get a while. I'm full of a tan, not a big trendsetter, no one come set the place. Never love a come and come in no run rat race. Big trendsetter, they want some set the place. Never love a come on, yo, veteran. To perform a stage, you want to for them up the rest, yes. Need some juice and smoke too big at the fist, the crowd naturally where we drop down and dead. Get nervous and I know what to say, yo. Load some natural, what them a think. Man a vegetarian, I mean no smoke, not drink. When me rub on the mic, how the moon starting. I